Alright folks, Gibbs here with Season 1, Week 3 of Granblue Versus. I have Jay Benji.
Hey, how you doing?
And I have Moss.
Moss, yes.
Yes,
Hello,
Moss. I have no idea if that's how I say it.
Yeah, it's Moss, it's Moss.
Hey man, gotta make sure. And we're going to be playing some Granblue. And up first we're going to have Mick, who I believe is on his way. I don't know his opponent's actual name in Discord. Which causes me problems, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, at least you can randomize brackets, right? On Smash.gg I can see people's Discord names, but over here you can actually randomize brackets. You know what the Smash.gg staff told me to do when I asked them about that? They told me to go onto the event, the attendees list, and just randomly click and drag them until it's random. I'm like, all right then.
Oh, shit. that isn't helpful without.
Good solution. 50 attendees, my arm's going to hurt a bit, but I can do it. I can make this work.
What's the reason why you use Smash.gg for your?
Literally the Discord integration. That's it.
Yeah. So what does what kind of integration is that?
It basically forces people when they're signing up to be connected to Discord and to be connected to my server, and then I can see people's names as well when I click on their profiles.
Oh man, yeah. I
Nice.
understand now. Oh,
But everything else,
not so nice. It's such a nightmare when people like sign up in challenge with different names than they have on Discord, and you can't.
Yes,
find
it's an absolute freaking.
It's a nightmare. I have
Don't
no
worry.
idea why people do that.
I have a rule.
I know why they do it, but
I mean, yeah, that's true.
it
We all know
mean
why
I
they do
agree
it.
to it.
Nah. I have rules that say you need to be named the same thing, you need to give yourself rules, etc. Roles, etc.
Yeah,
but
same for
still
me.
gets
Yeah,
ignored
yeah.
either way.
I still
It
have
still,
that
yes,
as a
it
rule,
does.
yeah.
It still gets ignored. So
Mick
Well,
against
but-
Cold.
up to you two.
We have Beelzebub versus Zeta. Now, this matchup's really interesting because at the beginning, I thought it was really Beelzebub favored, but as it's developed, I really don't think it is. I think both guys can really make this work, especially because the way to get in as Zeta in this matchup is really that you have to be willing to just let loose,
Just,
and
let it
Mick
rip.
knows that, yeah. Because Zeta, you really need to be able to alternate between two styles, right? Playing really patiently and playing really unga.
Yeah, let's see how Mick plays this match.
Nice.
Not too good as of now.
I mean, no, he's been doing all right, but now that he's in the corner against Bub's pressure, it's definitely a hard way to get out. Speaking of, there's the unga that we needed.
Ooh.
Just jump pogo.
Didn't anti-air, now he's the one stuck in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, air to air, right, is something that Bubs is really good at. His jumping buttons and his jump arc is actually really good.
It's
Jump
pretty
U
good.
and dive kick, they're both really
Right.
good ways to force your way in.
Nice DP, get off. Oh, that
Yeah.
jumping. So too bad he couldn't convert off it.
Oh, damn,
dive
gets
kick.
hit on the low.
And that's gonna be the game. The round.
Yeah. That was the game, bro.
Yeah.
Bubs is on some
Yeah,
B-level stuff.
One round.
Our way round start. There you go. Again, Mick going for the round start spear dive, but obviously... There, the anti-air is so good from Bubs. He bricks so high up. It's kind of a byproduct of him being tall, is that he just anti-airs relatively well. But obviously, as such, he gets jumped in on easier than most characters as
Pretty
well.
easy, yeah. Alright, show us some corner combos.
Yeah, getting good setup here. Zeta again with no real reversal tools, making it pretty safe for him to do stuff like that. Damn, gets the command throw.
Oh, the command throw. Let's go.
It doesn't hurt that much, but you know, it's a good way to spend.
It sets him up for taking this round. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was safe jumpable there, but didn't manage to safe jump it, so first round going over to Cold. Nice and quick.
Let's see
Another
what
thing to
we
mention
get.
about that is
Yeah.
that command throw, basically, the way that it works is that after the super flash, you have no frames to react, so it's either you're jumping already or you're not.
Yeah, it's
a
the
pretty good
same
tool.
way for with the Ladiva's command throw.
Yeah.
If you see the animation, it's
Both of
already
them.
too late.
Except I believe the easy input version you can actually react to with a jump because the start up is 3 frames. Either way, good round start coming up from Cold in all these situations. Round start jump dive kick has really been doing a lot of work against Mick's Zeta, but Zeta managing to take back some of the pressure now, but has found himself cornered again. There you go, light DP. People complain about Bub's DPs being a little bit slower than the average DP, but because he's so tall, it's actually kind of good against jump-ins.
Oh, we could have punished that.
Oh, wow. Bad meter gets him thrown into the corner.
Get your mix
That's
started.
dead.
Oh, nice
Oh,
catch.
never mind.
Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He still takes a round.
Dead's dead, you know?
That's dead, yeah.
Just like Grey Beats. Grey Beats hurt.
Oh. That was a normal jump.
There you go. Here we're starting to see Mick turn on the aggression more. Which is really what he has to do. You can't play too patient against Bubs, because Bubs' zoning tools are actually pretty good.
Which
Like his
side
five was
was
up
that
there.
even?
Yeah, that's really something that you have to worry about, but not so much, because you could just use the
The block
grab
button,
button.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go, nice.
Nice.
So it doesn't have to
Oh,
respect
yeah.
those.
Punishes the dodge.
Oh, drops his corner combo there. But again, he's so tall that reacting with DP is really good for Bubs. But now it's on cooldown, so you have to take this mix off the high pogo.
Oh, please. Press buttons after that.
Yeah, Cold's actually reading the RPS situations in this match really well so far. But again, there you go, he's dead.
Oh, this is it.
2-0 for Cold. Props to Mick for trying to get that random offense started, but
Yeah. Last
Cold.
round was a little bit close, but Bubs, he took it in extraordinary fashion.
Alright. GG's Cold, taking that relatively
GG.
convincingly, especially because I know that Mick is a phenomenal player, so I'm going to keep an eye on Cold.
Exactly.
Now, next up, who do we have? Match 3, and then match 8. So 8, 2 players that I've not heard. I know Sympathage, but I don't know Nana. I can't pronounce names either. I have no idea who that is, so that'll be an interesting one. But again, just because we don't know who they are, doesn't mean that they're not going to be
He knows
great players.
Legacy Guilty Gear player, really good.
Oh, really? It's great. That's the wonderful thing about Granblue, right? Is you get to see all of these names from so many different titles that are so talented and have so much experience.
Yeah.
All under one title. It's really
It's
cool.
kind of with the same thing what happened with Dragon Ball. All these people from different fighting games, all the big names started playing it, and there were many familiar names in the smallest brackets. It was
Yeah,
pretty
like Kaz, Goichi, all of these people, but now they're all present here as well, which is
cool. Exactly
amazing to see. And not only that, we've got all sorts of Japanese like games, from car games to fighting games. Literally,
Exactly.
this game has united everyone. It's awesome.
And like especially in Japan, yeah, Granblue is pretty big over there, so everyone knows it, everyone plays it, and yeah, the fighting games, a fighting game like this can only unite those people. So it's pretty
So
cool.
now we've got Life, which I'm not sure what's going on, because we were supposed to have another team, right? We have Life's against Mish, and these two players are both brilliant players. I've seen them play quite a lot. Catalina versus Charlotta definitely favors Catalina, though. You have to be really ready to commit to that Unga, but Catalina definitely has the tools to answer it with a lot of her relatively unsafe stuff in Charlotta being hard punishable by 2M.
Exactly. Catalina has all the tools to keep the Unga in control.
Banned weapon.
Banned weapon. Are these
Tournament,
banned?
yeah, weapon 2, the Vern weapon, and color 17 are tournament banned.
Ooh, there you see the 5M.
Yeah, 5M isn't a guaranteed punish, but
it keeps her in check.
yeah, there's definitely no button that Charlotta can contest back with there. But Catalina has managed to find herself walked all the way to the corner. Never mind. What a short conversion. She's escaped.
Yeah. Oh, Charlotta in the driving seat right now.
Nice. That combo only works on crouches, by the way. You have to confirm it on crouching.
Great
214
awareness
hits into you.
from Lifestem.
Yeah, right? It's not an easy thing to recognize,
Oh,
but getting
no.
the side switch into
Is
the
this gonna
series
kill?
isn't going to
Nope.
kill. No.
Just a sliver of health.
Another important thing, yeah. The Blanca balls are really useful for setting up meaties and safe jumps. Wow, just empty jump DP. Okay.
Dude, I love it. I love him already. What the hell?
Now, like I said, you have to be really willing to let it loose with Charlotta in this matchup. Because at the end of the day, she has better ground tools than you, so if you're not doing something to catch her off guard, it's not going to be pretty.
You really have to commit against a character
nice.
like Catalina.
Nice, good meaty setup as well.
All right. Oh, just keeps on going. Yeah, that was I was just about to say, I'd like to see him dodge the fireball.
Well, I think he's dodged most of them, to be honest. It's like 50-50 right now, which is a good success rate. There you go, dodging the EX fireball. For any people who aren't aware, the reason why you want to be dodging those fireballs is because when the entity is on the screen, it doesn't start registering if it's on cooldown or not. So you can basically make the regular versions of fireballs have a cooldown when they wouldn't usually do.
So a great tool to use in neutral. Oh, and that's going to be a lot of
Catalina
damage.
corner carry, let's go. One more touch will do it.
All right, animation, everything. Let's go. It's basically one more hit away of taking.
Yeah, exactly. One touch for either player.
Sets himself
What's
up.
the mix
for
going to be? Wow, empty jump.
No mix, too scared of the DP,
Gets
which
that.
is coming right now.
Yeah, so empty jump instead of safe jump there is a little bit questionable, but obviously the second it comes to an RPS situation, Charlotta just letting it rip with the DP.
Exactly.
Say no to RPS situations, you know. But similarly, Catalina can do exactly the same thing to Charlotta.
Ooh, nice
Doesn't
jump
have to
in.
respect those plus frames. But yeah, that's the one thing that Charlotta does have going for her. It's actually kind of hard for Catalina to anti-air JL from Charlotta. But
It's hard for most of the characters. Most of the
yeah,
characters.
no, very true.
Oh, nice contest there. Get in there. Oh, gets the dash punish.
I've got to say, so far Life has been doing a phenomenal job at staying in neutral. Catalina usually keeps them completely out, but
Sticking to him like glue.
also, yeah, I have to say that Mish is using a little bit too much EX Fireball for my liking. Having that cooldown available just to keep people in check after your 5M, 2M is really important. Like right there, you've achieved getting them back to mid-screen, but that could have been done with regular thrust, you know?
Oh no!
And that's the
Gonna
one button
be
you never
hard
want to
punish.
throw out with
Oh,
Catalina.
he
Never
missed
mind,
it.
drops it.
He drops it.
Charlotta can feel a little bit unstable sometimes, especially with her roots being specific on crouches and stuff, and kind of hit sometimes. Ah, there you go.
And a Blanca ball. EX Blanca ball to close it out.
Looking for
Right.
Unga, getting
Way to
Unga.
taking the set.
Yeah, I mean, doing a phenomenal job so far. That gives you plus frames, assuming you hit them near the feet. But it's reactable. There you go. This is just using regular fireball. This time it's not getting dodged like at all, though. But
Life
notice
is
how the
not,
life lead. There you
Life
go.
is not doing too many stuff after the block Blanca brawl. I like to see Mish go in for the dash and assert his dominance.
Ooh, gets hit by Demon Flip Blow. Tries to bait the reversal, no success. I don't think we've seen a single fire DP from Mish so far.
Not a
There you go.
single
You don't want to get hit by that.
one. Nope.
Demon Flip into throw only hits you if you're standing up or if you're jumping, but it results in 70% damage combos, no problem.
Alright, get off me. Back to mixed screen. Ooh, this
Nice.
is up.
Damn.
The clash.
Well,
Life's close.
Life's taking it really quickly. Yeah. That's pretty much a perfect example of how you are supposed to play that matchup. I feel like Life's got away with a few too many Demon Flips there, because you can Fuzzy Mash Catalina to stop those Demon Flips pretty readily. But other than that, that's a perfect example of how you want to play the matchup with Charlotta. Constantly look to dodge the fireballs to keep your, spaced away from the fire M2M, and then find your opportunities to get in. Because once you're in, Catalina's mashing buttons, she has a 5-frame close light pattern, and she obviously has the best close mediums in the game. But she still has to deal with RPS situations like the rest of the cast. And as we pointed out, Mish really didn't make the Charlotta respect the fact that he has a reversal that much.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a big thing that you have to work on.
Yeah,
like,
you
if
didn't-
you're playing rock, paper, scissors and you don't use scissors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That was basically how this game went. It's unfortunate that he didn't throw out a couple.
He's your boy.
1 or 2 DPs.
Oh, no, this isn't your boy.
Oh, no. This
This is another Matera. Let's go. So, Ro, winning every event in Europe right now. All the online events are just being absolutely dominated by Ro and his Gran. Which, wouldn't surprise me if we get to see that here, but Matera is always kind of a knowledge check, right? Can you deal with zoning? Yes or no? And from what I've seen, Ro is a very aggressive kind of player. So it wouldn't surprise me if Bonsai can play absolutely perfectly to see him laming this out. But with Boot, it only takes one
I'd love
touch.
to see him do that. Oh,
There
but
you
our friend Ro already worked Bonsai into the corner. Oh,
Nice.
that was-
Matera
that
managing
was
to
good.
jump out. But, Matera has no reversal tools and doesn't have the best buttons. So,
Aside from her super, of course.
yeah, well, no reversals before meter. But it means that it's very hard for her to escape situations like that. But
Exactly. So when
Bonsai
you're
did a
on
great
it,
job of
you're
doing
on
it.
Oh, man. Ro asserting his
Yeah,
dominance.
there you
EX
go.
Fireball plus...
Yeah, Ro doing a really good job here at spacing himself, getting caught with the boot though there.
The patience of Bonsai, man. He could.
Yeah.
It felt like he could have blocked for like 10 more minutes.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like Ro was throwing out much more than mids there. But so many people get themselves opened up by it, but Bonsai doing a great job of showing you that you don't have to get opened up by Gran.
Exactly, but it's like the fear of the grabs and the dash up lows. That's
Yeah,
that
dash
really,
up lows, universal overhead for Ro.
Yeah, that brings out the strength of those mids.
Ro was mainly doing spaced, like right now, we're seeing him doing spaced mids as opposed to those mix-ups. Just laming it out for the timer.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough situation.
Nice.
He needs to make
Throw,
something
you have to get
happen
one more
now.
touch.
That's the start.
Nah, reversal. That's it.
Yeah, it's over. Bonsai taking now, realizing that it's too late to do anything. Just lets the timer run out.
Yeah, the medium fireball from Gran is so messed up. Speaking of, though, we're about to see some damage. Close medium, close medium.
Yep. Say goodbye to the
Take the
half
safe
of your
jump.
life.
Not that you have to safe jump with Terra anyway. She has to hold that regardless.
This is looking pretty tough for Bonsai.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the harder matchups in the game. Similar to, like we were talking about earlier, Berry, with a character who can just go in against her as a glass cannon, really does give you trouble. Especially with such good neutral control like Gran. But right now we're seeing a lot of medium fireball. Never mind, we're seeing dead.
And the boot.
Basically, a lot of what we were seeing there is medium fireball, because the way that it works is that medium fireball, whilst it's doing its activation, its startup frames, it can absorb one hit of fireball from another character and then fires its own fireball. So you effectively get 2 hits of fireball. So he was absorbing a lot of Matera's fireballs and throwing out his own.
Fireball, indeed. But back into the second match of the set.
Yeah, for sure. But as a result of that mix-up, well, not mix-up, but neutral control, he could throw out boot. And got so many confirms that round from it. There you go, nice. That right there.
Out the boot.
Yeah, that's about the third time he's done it so far with Far-H. Which is a really important part of this matchup. Not letting Gran just go in for free with boot. Because even if he gets in with even or plus frames, like, and it doesn't hit you, that's still more than enough for Gran.
Alright, create some space with a DP. Get him out there. Oh, great hit with the U.
Yeah, again, Bonsai is doing a phenomenal job here in a matchup that really is stacked against him. Can't downplay that.
Oh, already back in the corner, afraid for the grab.
Yeah, and again,
I'm afraid for the grab.
You get kept so honest by close man, close end, and there you go.
He was just baiting it, dude. Oh no.
But at the end of the day, that's Gran.
Am I gonna do it?
He isn't
Am I
even
gonna
electing
do it?
to
Am
do
I gonna
RPS,
do it?
right?
Yep, here it comes.
Because against a character without a reversal tool, there's really no reason for him to run risky RPS mix-ups that would lose him pressure, right? He can just do space mids. That's all he has to do, because he'll keep his own pressure. It's very hard
punish
for...
that.
Oh, there you go. Not far enough.
It's
Good.
also unfortunate about this character, right? If you get a punish, it's usually not a big one.
Are you on about Matera?
Yeah, Matera.
Anti-air punish, she has some of the biggest reward in the game consistently without super. But outside of that...
I don't know how it is with the patch right now, but it's fairly difficult to hit, right? And you need to pick
for sure. Loops are never easy.
Yeah. Oh, but
and also this is PC, so we don't have the patch yet.
Yeah.
Damn, the set.
Oh no, and just like that.
Oh, is that whiff?
Bonsai.
Nah, because it's Gran.
Yeah.
Free hits water combo with the super.
Yep, Bonsai get put down back. Oh, no, not back, but into the losers bracket, man. I hope to see him back again.
Yeah, Matera's always so much fun to watch. And
I love the Matera.
I feel like if Bonsai was playing against anyone other than Rao, he probably would have been able to take that. But Rao, again, is a phenomenal player, taking all the tournaments at the moment.
Too good, man.
I mean, again, he's washing some of the best players in Europe. Just washing them.
And he's from Japan, right? He resides in Germany now?
Yeah, he's ex-Japanese, but he's in Germany now, from what I've heard. I can't confirm. I've not spoken to Rao personally.
All right. So...
I mean, we're seeing so many strong French players coming out at this point that France is looking like the dominant region for Granblue in Europe right now, but Rao single-handedly is kind of fighting for his own reasons.
Is carrying Germany. All right, let's take a look at the brackets.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be having Sumpafog against Scar here. I believe he's the diva. Yeah, I'm going to butcher people's names, especially if they're you know, Central European names.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I understand. Staugenvach is a Dutch player here. He plays. I know him from DBFZ. I haven't seen him play Granblue Versus yet, but I hope he puts up a show. Yeah, really.
Oh, he's playing Namaya now. Okay, so I've seen him play before. He was a pretty damn good player, but there were a couple of gaps missing in his play against his opponent.
Yeah.
But Gran is not a character you want to have gaps in your play against. But I've not seen the other player play, so it should be interesting.
Oh.
Getting a little bit of loading screen, but now we're getting right into the action. This matchup is pretty rough for Narmaya, though, because whilst both characters are Shotos, and they have relatively similar game plans, a lot of Gran's tools are just a little bit better, a little bit bigger, a little bit faster.
Exactly. That's the main problem of this game right now. Gran, Catalina, and then the rest of the top tiers can just do everything better than the rest of the cast.
That said, though, Narmaya does have some really good source of her own, especially to beat out those characters. She has really unique setups against them to beat their reversals and get a really hard punish on them.
Please punish that. No.
That's hard to punish that one without doing a spot dodge, though, in fairness. Light TP has way too little recovery, but that, in general, is the problem with the Beta 5. They just have no recovery, man.
The Beta 5, is that how we call it?
Yeah, it's the Beta 5, man.
They sound like it.
Five characters from the Beta. But, you know, well, they basically are. Catalina, Gran, Ferry, Lance, Charlotta. They basically are the terrorists of this game.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing by their rules, and they're going to get what they want.
Everyone is negotiating with them. They have no option. Oh,
please, sir.
No conversion.
Could I escape this close medium pressure? Nice. Jumping out of the corner, putting the Gran in the corner. Again, not a great Oki coming out from situations like this from a lot of the players we've seen today.
Just duffs the Namaya.
Yeah, no safe jump, no meaty, but there you go, nice. Controlling
Get
neutral.
your pressure going. Yes, there we go. Fancy combos, stance cancel.
Yeah, fancy combo, but no damage.
Exactly.
Nice, there you go. Gets the safe jump and this should be dead.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gran, 5H.
Never mind.
EX, 5H, EX.
Did he really drop the combo if the person's dead, though? Going over to 1-1.
No, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I just see a dead Gran.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened.
Nice.
Screen went
6
black.
L catching Gran there.
Nice
Another
combo.
good thing. Nah, no good opener, but not getting the combo. Gets the further. Damn, being too respectful of the reversal there. You really want to be throwing out safe jumps, especially with a forward throw. That way you don't really have to worry so much about it.
Oh, didn't block the second part. Nice
There
block
you
on the
go.
DP. Finally, a good punish.
All the way to the corner. Now this is where her pressure's really good. There you go. Gets the frame trap. And the good. The nice conversion. Any conversion that uses instant jump J214 is sick for Namaya.
It looks sick. It looks sick to hell.
And that's where a lot of that good damage. Yeah. We're going to see if
Oh no, stop.
Namaya can end this out.
You don't see that happen a lot with
Oh, there you go. That's also kind of a...
Yeah, sorry.
A lot of what Namaya does is kind of like a knowledge check. For example, with 214 in B stance, you have 214 B, well, 214 M and H, which can be steered to give you like hitting on different sides. But obviously, if you just use the guard button, you're pretty much immune to that. But there you go, you get so much plus frames from it that it's still valuable.
Exactly.
On top of that, her pressure.
I love characters like that who have those little knowledge checks in their toolkit.
Yeah, like, for example, her pressure is a great example of a knowledge check, because on paper, she has pretty short buttons with relatively good frame data, and she can cancel those buttons into her A stances 236 L and M, which, like, one of them's really fast, and one of them's really slow, but it's plus 10 on block. So, on paper, that's really strong, but in reality, there are, like, fuzzy guards and fuzzy mashes that you can do to get out of it. So, it loses some of its effectiveness, but it still works as a nice knowledge check. Getting a counter hit universal overhead, straight to the corner. Nice. Nice! Air blocks the DP. That's a hard one to pull off.
Oh, the patience on this man.
Yeah, I mean, you have him where you want him, right?
Nice block on the 2U. Get in there. Oh, get off me. What? That was a weird anti-air.
Damn. Again, you need to be doing more safe jumps and meaties, but aside from that, you've got brilliant control over this match so far, but...
Nice. This should be the end of...
Nope, nah, not quite. Too far.
A little bit too far.
Getting caught by the frame trap with the X5 ball, but there you go.
Yeah, DP.
So, I've got a DP2, man. Same game plan. Now we're at match point. If Nam can take this, we'll be seeing one less Gran in the
just stuffs him out with heavy.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Has had enough. Nice conversion. Take him to the corner.
All the way to the corner. Stop with that 2L nonsense. How many can you get on block? Doesn't matter, man. I have a DP.
Watch out. Nice check with the fireball.
There you go.
Size with that was the knowledge
right
check again.
The knowledge check.
Oh, great block.
God button that.
Show him
Nice.
some
Dead.
Good chain.
Damn, not quite.
Nope. No.
I feel like you could have actually optimized that more.
Did he press the button?
No, you have to forward roll it. There you go. Nice. Brilliant.
There we go.
But yeah, I feel like you could have optimized that more because the way that this game works is that the supers are prorated pretty quick. Especially if you use stuff like auto combo, and the amount of juggle points that you had there was still a lot, right? So she could have squeezed out more before that super. But with that said, great performance, taking out a Gran from winners. Who can ask for better?
Great performance on Symmetron. Really kept that Gran in check.
Yeah, another important thing though to note is that the only way to actually punish that super, Gran's SSBA, is to forward roll or spot dodge, which shows good awareness from the Namaya there, which we saw pretty much throughout most of the match, if we're honest. Good neutral control, not the best conversions from certain situations, but good understanding of the RPS
he has seen how to punish every super in the game.
Hey, there are new DLC characters now.
Yeah, it needs to be updated.
Have fun trying to figure out how to punish Vegeta's super. She can end that whenever she wants. But now we're seeing Gale against Sanya-chan.
Oh, nice. Had a little pause there in the pressure to bait out the DP. And now
he resets pressure into SPD. Now you have that knockdown, gets a safe jump. I don't think that was actually a safe jump, but it works out. Damn, slightly gap in his string. Gets called out. And one thing that you really don't want to be doing is Demon Flip against Ladiva. She has that awesome-ass anti-air throw that just yoinks you out of it.
Get down here.
For sure. I feel like this matchup can really go either way, but there you go, baits the super. This should... Yeah, there you go. Nice, good punish. I was going to think maybe that wasn't going to be a punish, you know, because it didn't spot dodge. But nah, gets it anyway. Good stuff.
Sanya-san needs to realize that Gil likes to take pauses in his pressure and shouldn't be too liberal with his DPs.
Yeah, that's a big part of the Diva, though. It's still an RPS situation at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ladiva's really good at enforcing RPS. But the thing that we need to be seeing more here is less about how Charlotta is dealing with Ladiva's offense, and more that Charlotta isn't doing her own offense. For example, right there, she was +4 with EX hands, but her pressure just ended.
Yeah.
We need to be seeing Charlotta oppressing Ladiva because Ladiva has no reversal, right? While Charlotta does have a reversal to make Gil's slightly better RPS, like he has to question it, right? Because of that reversal tool. Whereas it is not the same for Charlotta, but Charlotta can also enforce really strong RPS. Gil showing that difference, taking the round win, really convincingly. Very
convincingly. He got a lot out of those neutral jumps, punished him every time for that Blanca ball.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting strat. Obviously, Ladiva has really good jumping buttons. Grapplers tend to have better attack level and hitbox hurtbox than other characters with their jump-ins, and Gil's showing that he really is aware of that.
Just kicks him in the face. Please. Watch out.
Oh, nice spot dodge.
Nice neutral jump.
Nice neutral jump.
Takes him to the corner. Misses the sweep, though.
Is this some secret Charlotta tech that I don't know about?
It
also,
clearly is.
Like, oh, damn, you're dead.
I love how
7 golden letters.
How Ladiva just lariats her crown and she gets him to block stone.
Yeah, I mean, that does bring up another thing that really needs to be addressed right now. The only way to really punish Lariat is to crouch it, but you get a full punish every time. And you see all of these times that he's doing jump you like that, the Ladiva. You could be going for like air throw, because your jump arc is really good as Charlotta. It's really fast, and you go really high. So you could be going for air throws or JL. Your JL is a tool that the Charlotta isn't really using. But
block, punish him.
There you go. Good punish.
Sweep. Empty jump, grab.
That's the biggest thing right now. Gil's got all of his punishes down at the moment. I don't think we've seen a single Blanca ball or DP that has gone unpunished, and it's going to hurt. Damn, drops the link, going for a reset. Gets called out with DP.
Oh, finally. Is this the start of Sanya-san's offense?
Yeah, I mean, nah.
Nope.
You really have to crouch in neutral against Ladiva, and as a character like Charlotta, who has incentive to crouch already, holding down back for those charges, you're definitely getting hit by a few too many lariats there, but Gil taking it very convincingly. Good job.
Well, yeah, you sort of need to charge as Charlotta, right? Because
You
for
don't
the Blanca
need
Ball,
to
I
because of the
know
skill
people opt to use the easy inputs rather than the charge.
Yeah, but you do both, and especially in combos, you do both. But in neutral, especially against a character like Ladiva, where you have more incentive to crouch than normal, holding down back and having the option to do Blanca Ball into instant skill button Blanca Ball is still very valuable, right? Because you could be punishing all of those neutral jumps pretty much all the time if you're just willing to throw an EX Blanca Ball into it as she lands. Like, the attack levels are good, but they're not that good. But with that said, Charlotta against Ladiva, that matchup's relatively even, but I feel like Charlotta does have the tools to deal with that matchup. You just have to be more ready to make the most out of your own offense, because the area where Ladiva struggles in that matchup isn't with commanding neutral, because she has relatively big buttons, good space control with stuff like headbutt and those great jump-ins. Especially her 2H makes it very hard for Charlotta to jump in with JL like she usually wants to. But the second that you're under pressure, you have no reversal until supers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And Charlotta has ways to keep very honest pressure, like 214M is +1, or is it +2? And 214H is +4. So you can always keep that pressure down, especially with your faster buttons compared to Ladiva's. Once you're in, you don't really have to let go, whereas we saw a couple of times she got in, used 214H, and that was it. That was the end of the pressure. I'm not sure what you're fearing there, because obviously the Diva doesn't have a reversal option, and you can just keep your pressure going on that +4. You can go for low throw, you can go for universal overhead, but we really didn't get to see any of that, which is a little bit disappointing. But that said, Gil did a great job of running his own RPS, right? And it's hard to run your offense when you're under defense.
Dominant in that set.
His neutral control was definitely what set him apart there, I feel. Because the RPS was pretty good. The Charlotta was DPing in it, so her defense, she was using her options. She wasn't mashing out a lot, but that's a tendency of the Divas. You really have to be ready to mash out their pressure resets if that's something that they are going for.
Yeah, but not only in the RPS situations, also in neutral, he was pretty.
Neutral control was.
He chose all the right options, just neutral jump, just lariat there, and that kind of stuff.
But that's the thing; those aren't necessarily the right options. There were answers to them, but we didn't quite get to see those. Especially those lariats.
In that situation, because I noticed that he liked to go for the Blanca balls, and then he started to neutral jump and stuff them out every time.
Which was really a great adaptation, but. That each of those lariats could have been ducked, but I'm sure that because of what we saw there with all the adaptations coming through, that we probably would have seen them not being thrown out as much in neutral by Gil if they weren't connecting as much. But if something's working, no need to fix it.
Exactly.
I mean, there was a Zeta that was consistently doing 214X into the heavy follow-up, which is the jump, against me in a set, and I said to them after the set, you're throwing this out a little bit too much. If I had more knowledge of the matchup, I'd be able to punish that. But I didn't. And then the response was just, yeah, but you don't though. So why would I? I'm like, that's fair. Obviously, then went and labbed that and learned fuzzy mash timing on Catalina, and now no one's ever going to do that to me ever again. But exploring slight gaps in knowledge and adapting to your opponent in short sets like these is really important. It's one of the biggest hallmarks of like a great player. Is they adapt super quickly to the player that they're playing against in tournament.
Exactly, and that's what I'd like to see more. Now, obviously, as we continue down the bracket, we're going to see a lot more of adaptation and people just getting a grip of each other's game plan.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these players at this point have even seen each other quite a lot. I'm not going to lie. There's so many events being ran throughout pretty much every single week at this point. A lot of players have a good knowledge of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
like,
nope.
You do weekly, I do weekly. Everyone is doing weekly nowadays.
Yeah, Gibbs does one weekly as well.
Yeah, especially for Granblue Versus. Everyone is grinding this game. Everyone is loving this game.
ATC does a bi-weekly. C4IQ, Situational Damage, does a weekly Kumite. We also have a couple more events popping up. But I'm not so sure about how how much they're going to be sticking around. But with that said, Sweppy against Marman. Marman being a Gran who did not let his rank fool you, right? He was C last week, and everyone was like, look at this Gran. I believe he was in this tournament, and everyone was like, look at this C Gran. But now he's already in there.
I believe he got top 8. And he's
great
already...
player. Again, he shut everyone up joking about it, because one of the matches that he was in was laggy. So everyone was basically just saying, oh, well, he stole that win against Dimitrios Ladiva. But no, then proceeded to pretty much take a lot of really big names out of the tournament, proving that rank doesn't mean anything, guys. You know, obviously, all the players sitting up at S, SS, SSS, that's a pretty good indicator that they're good players, but don't sleep on the lower players, man.
Yeah, it doesn't mean everything, because a lot of players don't even like rank. They
I hate that format.
Grind lobbies or rooms and all that kind of stuff, or play on the PS4 and, you know, sometimes take a vacation to PC.
Damn, Marman is being so liberal with the XDPs here, but he's getting rewarded every time and gets a... Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you just managed to get a close, heavy counter hit there, but you did, so hats off to you.
Nice. He was keeping him in check with the charge.
There you go, against Demon Flip Light. You're going for way too many of these against someone who's ready to just throw DP at any moment.
Exactly. Oh, but Swepa is definitely not out of it yet. Oh, never mind. Get
to you special cancel that.
To you.
Yeah.
Great move. Low recovery. It's a very, very small hitbox. You just disappear off the screen.
In what game, other than Granblue, are sweeps low recovery and special cancelable? I have no clue, but...
I have no clue either. It's so weird to me.
It's weird to everyone. I have no idea why it is the way it is, but there you go. One thing to note is that when Charlotte is doing her hands like that, if she does the light version, there's no gap, but she isn't left plus. But if she does the medium or heavy version, there is a gap between activating it. And for the medium version, there's even a gap in the middle of the actual move itself, so you can DP it on block.
Oh, man. Oh, and it looks like Sweatface is finally answering back with taking a round of his own.
This is what we need to see from Charlotta's, though, right?
Yeah.
Because the number one thing that Charlotta's need to be doing is just running their dumbass offense. Because without it, they really don't have all that much going for them.
Exactly. You just need to get in there, stick on them.
Charlotta taking the throw there, which is a good thing. And not getting counter hit by the universal overhead, which is another good thing. Damn, Blanca.
Just do it.
Yeah, we need to see the glue, Yuki. You're right. In order to see a Charlotta succeed, we need to see the glue. There you go, that's messed up. The reason why, I know one of the many reasons why Gran is messed up, is that after boot and after the second hit of his auto combo, he's actually airborne, which makes his chances of winning any clash ridiculously good.
More likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice catch on the whiff.
Nice. Good conversion. Oh, goes for the meaty setup.
Keep him in check. Don't let him go out of the corner.
Yeah, wait for your cooldowns to come up. Whilst keeping positional advantage. This is important.
Oh, the trade. But the EX still lands. I hope that's also a change they will make.
I don't know. That's fine to me as long as other things get changed. But boop.
Yeah, it's definitely low on the list, but it's not it's not fun. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
There's
the universal overhead counter hit, which is something that should never be happening, right? Against Gran, Catalina, characters like that, you just take the throw, man.
Captain Sword.
This isn't dead, but one more touch is going to do it for either player. Yeah. Ooh, no. Gets the JH, so one more. No boot available, this is time to go in. You have to watch out for that DP, though.
Oh, and there it is.
Hits him with the recovery from 2U.
One more bait on the DP, but...
2-0 for Marman. Good pressure, though. Wow. Good choice to use the light version of hands. But, you know, the second that you have a 2U, that's minus enough to be punished.
Really great game there. Felt like a couple rounds. It felt like it could go either way, but Malman managed to clutch it out every time.
Yeah, I mean, Sweppy definitely showed signs of life in that set, and dealing with Gran as any character isn't the easiest ordeal. Yeah. Kind of like similarly to Catalina, they're both kind of mirrors that force you to look in a mirror and check your fundamentals, because fundamentally they are better characters than you. Unless you're another blessed character like Lance and Ferry, they are more than likely going to be better characters than you, right? So you have to have your fundamentals really down, because they have all the tools for RPS situations. They have hella plus frames. They have really great neutral control, and they have reversals. So as a result of that, you really have to have your fundies down. And I feel like more than any other character in the game, they really expose you when you don't. Slight gap on your neutral, you're getting booted.
Exactly. And then you lose the game.
Rickster coming in, though. This is a player who does not have many gaps in his fundamentals, and he has exposed many grands. Being taken out by Rao twice, though, in the past week. Because, you know, there's only so much that you can do.
Against Grand. Which one is green? The second one is green.
I wanted spam next to it.
I'm standing in front of it, so... Yeah, there we go.
Let's go.
All
Maybe
right,
don't stand in front of it so they can see the screen.
Pause. Okay, well, let's see. Let's take a look at the bracket. Who is in, who is out?
Yeah, let's have a look at who Rix is playing against, actually. Rickster against Zenix.
Zenix.
It's pretty good. I forget who he's playing, though.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Zenix myself.
I've seen him playing in events before, but I don't think I've ever caught one of his matches directly. He usually ends pretty high, though, so... Anyways, whilst we wait for him to get in, let's talk a little bit more about Rickster. Rickster took the first 2 events that I ever hosted for Granblue on PC. The first one, he won himself a character pass copy of the game.
Ooh.
And since then has used that to enter and place well in lots of different tournaments, man. So he's really one of the players that I respect a lot, if I'm honest.
Has he played any of the DLC?
Yeah, he played a little bit with Vegeta and Soris. He concluded that Soris was trash within the first 10 minutes and was preaching that. But, you know, whether he's right or not, I'll leave that up to you guys in the chat. You can have a little war about it.
Only time will tell.
But yeah, to most people, the day 1, day 2 impressions is that Soris is lacking in some areas, but he has some source. And Vegeta is not lacking in many areas and looks kind of like a post-nerf Gran.
Exactly.
But has some very unique benefits that Gran doesn't have, and also some unique drawbacks, which is a well-designed character.
Exactly. It really felt like Vegeta was like a little glimpse into the future of Gran.
Yeah, no close medium.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, into this game, Rickster with his very
This
versatile
matchup
Ladiva.
is really interesting, right? Because obviously it is rough for Ladiva. Ladiva has to get past all these whips.
Yeah, and that's sweet. Great display of why it is why it can be difficult for Ladiva.
And even once you get in, Ferry still has relatively good tools for dealing with RPS. Where Ferry usually struggles is that like mid-range, right? So not quite full screen or mid like 3/4 screen, but like a quarter of the screen. There we go. Nice safe jump into STD.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
There's one more hit.
Yeah, this is what you mean though. You've been really respectful trying to bait out the Beppo, but there you go. Rickster really exposes gaps in RPS as if he's reacting to them, right? But he isn't, he's just really good at guessing.
Yeah.
There you go. Speaking of, whilst Ferry...
nice block on the instant overhead.
Yeah,
now
nice.
chipped out. Oh, the whiff, no punish.
Wow, trying to bait out the reversal there, but Rickster having good awareness, knowing that he's more than likely going to do that, just jumps out. And now you have to deal with GG Momo setup.
Well, he's just throwing everything.
It's not the way to do it.
Nope. A little bit too far away.
If there's ever a player that you have to be honest against, it's Rickster. He really does check you.
Yeah.
You can't throw out stuff that's not real against him unless you're Zeta. If you're Zeta, he really struggles with that for some reason.
Oh,
but there you go. Ladiva having the reversal, she can just meter them, walk them all the way into the mix-up. And that's what I was trying to get at earlier. Whilst the problems very seemingly look to be all the whips for Ladiva, once Ladiva gets in, she has to deal with the reversal and the fact that Ferry has one of those. And then Ferry can also run her own RPS on a character that doesn't have access to reversals. So it's not pretty for Ladiva, man.
Great tech. Oh no, Ladiva's going for a ride. Oh, accidentally taunted.
I think he was going for spot dodge there to bait out the reversal, but you know, gets the taunt. Could have been intentional. Who knows, Rickster?
Yeah, could have been swagging. Oh no, just everything is coming Ladiva's way.
Nice, there you go.
Oh, and didn't block.
Again, Ladiva doesn't have great ways to deal with that. Put GG along the bottom and Momo along the top. As long as Ferry sits, you know, full screen, there's nowhere for Ladiva to go. She can't walk forwards, but she can't walk back. Rickster again showing that he has great knowledge of this matchup, but there is one shining light for Ladiva, and we saw that earlier, and that is that if you hit Ferry, it hurts. So if you can make it work by lariating a whip or something like that, and you can manage to get in, you can kill her. It's just rough. All of the RPS situations are neutral. Definitely favor Ferry, but you can blow her up.
Reset, got mashed on. Oh, nice dodge out of the corner.
Oh, wow. Bad safe jump, though. Gets thrown.
No,
Into a safe jump.
On again. Lariat.
Nice, there you go. Punishes the bad safe jump as well there, though. And now, take the mix. Overhead. This is dead.
It should be. Don't
Oh,
drop
no.
it.
Big drop. But
We close out
frame
the
traps. Yeah. Close heavy into close heavy is a true frame trap. And then obviously close heavy is still leaving you plus. So you're +3, go for the sweep. There's not much that you can do there other than super. Wow. Calling out the throw there with Beppo.
Ladiva's showing some patience, never mind. Lariat's into the whip.
Oh, wow. Okay, going for the throw there. Ferry is one of the few characters that actually gets conversions off a throw when GG's up. So, that's why you saw that. Because obviously, whilst Ladiva doesn't actually have a way to stop Ferry from just meatying and then pushing you into Beppo, GG, pardon.
This is looking dire for Zen.
Yeah, this really is. You have to get out this corner. Super isn't up. Nice!
Oh.
Gets a touch. But, there you go.
And, yeah,
Goes the
Rickster
reset throw.
Rickster had all the life in the world to bet on that DP.
I mean, all you had... No, he
then
doesn't
he
even
went
need
for
to
it.
bet on it, right?
Yeah.
Because in the situation where you're in the middle of a string, if you're
Yeah.
constantly buffering a DP,
Yeah.
the only time it's going to come out is when they reset, right?
Yeah,
That's the only
exactly.
time it's going to come out, in which case you'll be fine.
Or they
But-
pause, right?
Great job from Rickster. Showing
great
just
job.
how much awareness he has of the matchup spreads and his awareness of RPS situations. That's what I think is really phenomenal about him. He makes it look as if he's reacting in RPS situations, but he's really not. He's just really good at guessing, conditioning, and reading his opponent and their tendencies.
Exactly. Great display of Ferry's tools, and yeah, she used them. He used them extremely well against that Ladiva. Kept her in check the whole game.
And that's a
yeah.
perfect example of how Ferry keeps down some of the lower tier characters. You know,
Yeah.
the top four, I think the top four are all better than Ferry, but Ferry does some screwed up stuff to the lower tier characters.
Exactly. Anyway, who do we have up now?
Can't be sure. Let me go check.
Streampuff joined.
Either way, I'm gonna quickly have a look at the bracket because that's
Yeah, it's Stream Puff
That's a little
versus
bit more
Mailman
interesting
at the
as well.
moment.
Oh really?
Oh, Streampuff,
Yes.
wow, man. See
Going down to
low
losers then,
games,
are we?
Man.
Yeah, we're
Oh no,
having to
no,
borrow
never
some
mind.
matches.
Barman won. Stream Puff all the way this in round 4. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've
Streampuff.
got Enoch, Lon Venom, Miri, Sympathage, Rigster. Got a lot of good players still.
Yeah, we're almost in winner
Kinda have a lot
semis,
of
right?
losers.
No,
No, we're in
not
round
yet,
4.
no.
We're not in quarters yet.
I'm not used to big brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can vibe with
let's
that.
See some. Show us some Lewayne Streampuff, please.
Yeah,
Some
his
of you
Lewayne's
might know.
phenomenal, but
He,
it is still
resides-
Lewayne.
He resides in the Netherlands right now, so I claim him. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
says
be a
he's
little-
Australian, bro, but he's Dutch.
I'm gonna be a little bit biased. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, Streampuff is a phenomenal player, and he really makes Lewayne look like his fundamentals are good, but they're not. It's just Streampuff is really
What?
good and
Lewayne with
really stubborn.
fundamentals?
Yeah, he's just really stubborn, right? He wants to play that Milia, he wants to play that set play,
Yeah.
so he gets that kick from Lewayne, but hates every moment of it.
That's why he can't wait for Zoe, man. He just keeps talking about it.
Yeah, no, he just wants his life here. Which is, you know,
nice.
fair enough.
Kept the
I'm right there.
attack
You see this?
check.
That attempted whiff punish there with Lewayne's amazing back run speed. That's like weirdly one of his best strengths is that his back run speed is so good.
Exactly. Oh,
Nice, gets the
counter.
EX parry. Now the thing is about that is that you could actually have done a reversal or you could have spot dodged it, and you would have gotten a guaranteed punish basically.
I see some
That's grand.
unblockables. Stream
Yeah, there you go. Showing you that if there is a gap in your neutral or in your defense, he's going to expose you and he's going to run to the corner and he's going to run his set play on you. And that is the crux of why Streampuff likes Lewayne. It's because he is a really solid fundamentals player, and there are a few characters that kind of force you into situations that are really screwed up as much as Lewayne.
Great neutral jump. Too bad he couldn't get a conversion out of it. Lewayne in the corner. Can he get out of it?
Damn. Now,
Oh,
one
the
thing.
patience.
Damn, nice. Getting the punish on that spot dodge. The spot dodge was a little bit late there, trying to beat out the boot. And again, on whiff, no recovery whatsoever on boot, you know?
No, never. None whatsoever.
Nice. Neutral jump to beats the boot. Showing that he has good awareness that the ground wants to go for boot and adapting quickly away from the spot dodge, favoring the neutral jump instead.
Oh man.
But pressure still for Gran. Whiffs the conversion though, damn.
Oh, are we gonna see a Yigi?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
that
no.
was an
tried to.
attempted Yigi.
Yeah, he tried. He tried.
No Yigi. Gran stealing around. We're gonna hear about that in my server, no doubt.
Accidentally got food and Malman snuffed that out, taking the round. Oh, boot.
There you go, nice. Round start boot. Now you're in the corner. There's nowhere to run to with that back run speed now.
Oh no. This
Trying to forward roll a fireball, and yeah, this is not going to be nice. 50% combo, but screws up the throw.
Malman likes to go for that kind of stuff. Just charge, cancel, dash up, grab.
I mean, Gran has like the best stick throws in the game, so I have no idea why he doesn't just do those, especially against a character like Lewayne, who does not have a reliable reversal, but, you know, each to their own, this should be dead.
Yep, that should be it. Don't drop it. Yep, I'm
Also, it's so screwed up. Oh, no, never mind. Pixel.
Oh,
That's all you need for Yigi. That's all you need for Yigi. No,
oh,
again!
Again, no!
There is no way.
Oh man, that would have been a real game changer. Just
I
get
mean,
Iggy
not
out there,
one,
create some space.
not once, but twice.
But twice. It was so.
Come on, Stream Puff. You can do better than this.
Catalina just fishing Gran out of the air.
Again, now that we were going to hear about it, now we're definitely going to hear about it. Because this input interpreter and buffer, you know, it's not great, but I haven't seen him miss 3 in a row before.
Get the clips ready, Chad.
Nice. It's so messed up that... Oh, there you go. Just take the throw. Not against Gran, bro.
It had to happen.
One more touch.
Street so many throws, and it was about time Malman recognized that and opted to go for the overhead instead for the counter here to close out the round.
I think Stream Puff might be a little bit flustered at this point, but if he can just regain himself and bring himself back to the first round, we could see some, you know, life still. Damn, just spending all the EXs to bully his way in.
Just press buttons, just EX boot in there, press
I
buttons.
mean, look at this.
That's Gran's claim.
Gran just whiffing normals.
Just whiffing normals, getting
fighting
in
this
there
guy.
Oh man, are we gonna see a 2U? Nope.
Damn.
Yes. Into counter. Oh, Malman was ready. That's the Lewayne classic. Also one of those knowledge.
Nice. Good punish.
Nice. Hard
Again, this
knockdown.
Gran is feeling a little bit too ready to just throw out EX boot and EXs in general, I feel, but...
Oh, nice
Working out
block.
relatively well. Good punish, good punish. Here you go, here comes HBA, here comes the knowledge check.
Let's see.
Gets it overhead.
Nope. Oh, he didn't
Blocks
catch
it
it.
low. Nice.
Oh,
Oh, this is... Yeah, not great. Not what you want. There you go. There's the knowledge check. The way to deal with that effectively for pretty much every character is to block overhead, no, just block standing, and then react to the low with forward roll. And every time that'll work. As long as you have the HP, which, you know, my man did have, you can pretty much do that reliably. There are also other options to beat out the overhead option as well, but...
Malman reaching out to his inner gorilla, just pressing buttons, just doing DP after minus.
Yeah, gets the throw on the parry. I feel like these parries are real desperation as well, because all you're going to be parrying is a normal that you can special cancel into DP, or... There you go, Yigi! We're seeing her!
Let's see if he has some knowledge.
I mean, he didn't have the knowledge to deal with... Yeah, there you go, already.
Oh,
He didn't have the knowledge to deal with HBA. And Iggy's nasty, getting hit by rocks. There you go, no guaranteed punish.
EX Rocket's gonna eat. Yep. I agree.
Nice! Nice. Brilliant job so far.
Oh no, gets hit by the... Great
Takes his
block.
turn back.
Watch out for the DP. It's gonna come.
Yeah. Nice! Great neutral jump, but gets punished by the DP. One more touch will do it. There you go! Back throws the bad safe jump. Stream Puff showing he is not to be messed with.
Stream Puff evens it out. 1-1 for these players. Such phenomenal play.
Yeah, great comeback. A great stabilization, not just in his play, but he calmed down, you know. He started playing to Lewayne's strengths, which is not the parry. That is not Lewayne's strengths, but nice. Calling out the gap and pressure.
It was kind of a rocky start, but already back at neutral. Keep him
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing. And I feel like we're seeing this, which is just the Gran running there. No, we've talked about this, bro. Just take the throw. The conversion drops, and
yeah, it's not a meme in this game. Just
Malman whiffs normals like full screen and jumps about like a goon. And all of that time, right, this is what we want to be seeing. A lot of eating coming out from Lowain. Nice. It's a counter hit. It's kind of like a pseudo RPS situation there off of D to you. Am I going to cancel into Rekka or not? Not Rekka, awesome soft button.
Oh no.
And the Gran just jumping around like a little frog though and taking the round.
And Malman takes the first round.
Probably the most dangerous frog I've ever seen, but a frog nonetheless.
Exactly. Well, Malman looking pretty close to taking this set.
I mean, I wouldn't say that yet. Great air to air coming out from Streampuff here into an awesome conversion. Puts Gran into the corner. Now we're back to mid screen, but the health is still in favor of Streampuff until he gets hit by Boot. Yeah, that's another screwed up thing, right? Like low crushes so much.
Boot just wins against everything. Holy shit.
Stack level isn't even bad either. Damn, this is gonna hurt. Gets the knockdown, goes for the forward roll. Whiffs a bunch of buttons, but what's recovery anyway?
Not over yet.
Yeah, for sure, especially against a player like Marman, who doesn't appear to have his Lowain labbed. Nope. Okay, going for the little eat before Yigi. Nice. Got to get that extra cash in. And we can see, right, this is what I was going to talk about earlier with the other Yigi. Gran is doing his best.
He needs to show some patience.
There you go. Exactly. Gran is doing his best to try and stay directly on top to try and get that punish. But that is not necessarily always what you want to be doing. Streampuff with the awareness on that, punishing him for that. Also does not have the knowledge on the parry to know that Gran can always punish that. Streampuff doing a great job at just exposing these small gaps in knowledge. And now it comes down to this. Is he going to get hit by Boot or not?
Yeah, he's in the perfect range to convert it.
There you go. EX Boot whiffs, but no recovery. Now you don't have to worry about that cooldown for a while.
Oh, he
No, you're dead.
Oh, yep.
Why did Streampuff eat? Was he going for a second Diggy?
Oh, man.
That's a real question there, right? Streampuff did a great job there, getting the late throw tech on Gran. He's plus 27, and then he used that plus frame to eat, get hit by 2U, and die.
Very, very unfortunate.
He had a great chance there. Damn.
Towards the later half of that round, it looked like Streampuff in control, but just fell short.
Just drops it, you know. One miss input is what it takes.
Yeah. Gran, especially for Gran just needs one opening. Boom.
I mean, can we talk about Gran 2U into 236, 236U being the most messed up thing in this game? You're still, if you get hit by it automatically converts into like a 50% SSBA. And if it gets blocked, you cannot spot dodge or forward roll because you're in block stun from 2U. And that means that you have to take the SSBA, which is only punishable consistently with a forward roll. So you just take free chip and a reset to neutral, which, you know, Gran neutral. It's messed up, man, but you gotta love Gran.
It's very messed up. All the top tiers have some little things that just are not fair at all.
Pro Tag's got to be a beast, you know?
Yeah.
What's the point?
It's Granblue, man.
He walks in with these little boots and the hoodie.
It's not Lowain Blue.
Needs a haircut, but walks in and sweeps everyone up.
Oh man, that was really a nail biter, man. Yeah, I felt like if Streampuff didn't make those execution errors, he might have taken the set.
Yeah, for sure. Not just might have. I feel like there was a very good chance because a couple of the rounds were straight up lost because of it.
Yeah, because he tried to input Yigi, and in those situations where he tried to go for it, it really looked like he would.
That last eat was 2U.
So, yeah.
He would have won. He was plus 27. Gran did a barre 2U. Streampuff would have won if he didn't miss input 2U at the last moment.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Well, Streampuff loses. Someone has to lose, you know? And I see.
Someone has to lose,
no. Cynical's out.
No, my boy.
Yeah, Cynical's out. Lost to Sonic Sand and a phenomenal Gran as well. Gran taking names today.
Yeah.
The Dutch FGC is being oppressed by Gran.
Is being oppressed, yes. Miss Nabs is still in there. One of my favorite Dutchies, plays La Diva.
I've seen them play.
Oh, she is almost against the one who killed Cynical.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Gonna get revenge.
Yeah.
Sonic Sand. But she has to go through Kingston. And Kingston is an amazing lance. What's he doing down in losers? Who do you play against?
He got taken up by Cynical? No?
Oh, Streampuff beat Kingston.
Oh,
and then in round 1. Yeah. So this is quite the tale going on for the Dutch FGC right now.
Yeah. Streampuff in, Miss Nabs in, and that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but Streampuff knocked out. Obviously you've now got Nabs trying to avenge Cynical against Sonic San, but in order to do that, she has to get through Kingston, who's already lost to Streampuff. You know, the Dutch FGC is very intertwined in this event here.
Exactly.
I don't know. I kind of claim Streampuff for the Hearts of Blazing crew. So I'll fight you for him.
I thought you would. I thought you would. Can't blame you. Such a great player.
He's such a great help as well to newer players. He's so patient.
He gave me a lot of tips on Lane because I'm trying out the different characters and learning pad. I thought I try out a different character, and he's been very helpful with that. He's very knowledgeable about a lot of characters because he was at the start of the game, and start of the release of this game. He dabbed around with a lot of characters and was in search of his main. This search probably has ended because he really seems to like something about Zoe.
Yeah, it's her design. He really likes the fact that it's a cute girl with dragons. But that's all he needs, you know?
Yeah,
that's all he needs.
Does it for most people, right? Yeah, very. I hope so. I hope she gets released soon, and he can really sink his teeth into that character and show us some cool stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, who's up next? Zephyr is in the Severian and El Grande Padre. I don't know who they are in the bracket, but
oh, is Rickster coming back? See him being called in by Andre
against Samfauch. Who's Samfauch playing?
Miri is suggesting that we all gather around on the right.
Oh,
although,
really? Why?
I don't know, so they can see us, I guess.
Okay, then let's do that.
I'm not sure what's going on over here. There appears to be a match starting up. I'm not sure if we're supposed to be spectating or not. They're on the wrong cab if they are.
Not too sure yet, but they didn't go in yet, luckily. Are they going to change?
Ah, there you go. Okay, right cab. I mean, the amount of times that players have genuinely hopped onto the wrong cab and started playing in my events is phenomenal. I have no idea how so far every single player in your event, Gibbs, has gotten onto the right cab, but, you know, your players are better disciplined than mine, clearly. With that said, they're on the right cab now, so we should be getting into a match shortly.
Ooh,
I don't know either of these players,
who,
but I'm interested.
Anyone who dared to join me for Rev 2 or whatever knows I always choose the second cab. Literally a rule.
I was always going on the second cab as well, but then I realized that the fourth cab is blue, and I like blue.
Oh,
So-
no.
I changed
always
it up.
go for the second one. Start in the middle and it's like the quickest.
Nice, here we go. Charlotta versus Matera. Really interesting matchup for a lot of the reasons that we spoke about before for Charlotta and Matera. Either one of these characters can really get their game plan going, but
It's
I
a really
definitely favor
dynamic matchup, right? Because Matera just wants to zone you out, and for the most part, she can do that. But when Charlotta gets in, it's just gonna be
yeah.
not gonna be a fun
That's the
time.
thing about this matchup. There you go. You don't stand up into Demon Flip. You lab your shit, or you sit there and you duck. You never stand up.
Or you just mash.
Yeah, well, again, you could just mash, but if you haven't labbed it, you might as well just sit there, sit down, take the overhead, you take a knockdown, you take a bit of damage, right? If you take the throw, you're losing 60%. Do not take the throw, boys.
Not against Charlotta.
Yeah, I cannot stress this enough.
Just
but
mash
yeah.
out with the overhead. VP.
Ooh, nice, there you go, gets the pressure. And this is what I was going to talk about. There you go, got the loop.
Corner combo. Nope, drops it. Nice
Well,
grab.
not necessarily. Got to reset into the air recovery there, and air recovery is a really bad situation for a player to be in Granblue because they're going to land, and the opponent has all the control because you can't do DPs in the air.
Alright, Matera so far doing a good job keeping
Right,
her out and
yeah, here
takes
we go.
her out this round.
That is how you play Matera, right? You're not going to zone Charlotta, but you are going to do hit and run because you have the tools to keep Charlotta out, but you also need to be able to run your own offense. So the way that you're going to play it is a kind of a hit and run style, which I love so much. It makes Matera super interesting because it's not just zoning, she also has some really cool offense.
Really cool offense. A lot of safe jumps, a lot of low arcs.
Yeah, low arcs, a lot of high-low,
Yeah.
throw mix-ups. And a lot of it's reversal safe again because of those safe jumps, but Charlotta doing a good job of trying to re-establish her pressure on neutral, taking Terra pretty much all the way to the corner. Wow, there you go. Not getting thrown that time. Good adjustment. That's a safe jump, right? Yeah.
Pretty safe. It's always a safe. Oh, no. No real punish.
No, that super is incredibly hard to punish. You can basically only punish it with long-range moves, which Mashera has, but don't tell them that.
Like great patience displayed from Matera. Take the control. I agree.
SSBA is now available for Matera.
Watch out. She's gonna DP.
Gotta watch out for those blankables as long as you're throwing out those far H's again. They cannot be whip punished.
And she's out.
Which again is exactly how you want to play this. You have no reversal tools other than your SBA.
Yes.
You can just keep her out.
And
You've got that life lead.
Yeah.
Run with it.
The moment she got out of the corner, it was
back to Mashera's game.
Padre got into a really tough spot. He needed to get her back into the corner again. 30 seconds on the clock, and yeah, everyone loses its patience in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, phenomenal job so far from Matera. Because this matchup is by no means easy. I feel like it's pretty much the truth for all of Matera's matchups. Most of her matchups lightly favor the other character, but if you play perfectly, you can win them, which is why watching her play is so fun. There you go, setting up PX Butterfly. Now you have to pick up the mix-ups. Gets hit low.
Oh no, he just disappeared. Could have been a big combo. How unfortunate for Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Zephyrian.
I think that you could have ended it anyway if you just did one more hit into super, but you know, regardless, ends up taking the round.
Oh, and Severian is so dominant this year. Just keeping Grande Padre's Charlotta in check.
There you go. And one of the many ways that she can keep her strings completely reversal proof. Butterflies are not to be messed with, especially in the new patch. She can loop her butterfly Oki in the next patch.
Oh yeah, they made some changes on the cooldown, right?
Yeah, basically how the cooldown works. It's now when one of the butterflies gets popped, the EX starts ticking down as opposed to when both of them are gone. Either ways, good control so far, but the health lead is not looking great. One touch could do it for Charlotta at this point.
Oh man, Charlotta's not out of it yet. Oh, a little bit too early on the grab. Oh no, she has to guess now.
Yeah, I mean, not only was it too early on the grab, they gets hit by the 2U, that's it.
And just save the sweep to close it out.
Not only is it too early on the grab, it's too early on the grab because you could have actually comboed from that. You were plus enough there that you could have comboed into super and took the round.
He was that plus.
Yeah, no, seriously, you can combo for that when it hits that low. But, you know, showing a little bit of a autopilot tendency going on there, just assuming that Matera is going to block it. Because if it's blocked, that was probably going to be a throw. But you got to be able to hit confirm, especially when it comes to buttons like that. But with that said, we now have Rickster against Sump, I believe. So we saw a little bit of both of them earlier.
We're going to see some premium fairy play.
Some premium fairy indeed.
Some premium, some high class.
Against Narmaya. And this matchup, again, I feel is a little bit messed up. The lower tiers don't have the best tools, and it gets exposed a little bit by fairy, but it's workable. Narmaya can definitely do stuff.
Exactly.
And she has a lot of ways to do reversal proof strings and setups as well, which can make Fairy's defense in situations like that not be the best, because again, the real area that Fairy struggles in isn't necessarily right up close, because she has some pretty decent close buttons, right? Her close light is pretty good, her close medium is pretty good, her close heavy is really good. But it's that gap a little bit away from that, which is where Narmaya and Catalina, characters like that, love to have their pressure with their far M's and their 2M's. Oh, speaking of, never mind, it's Catalina. And Catalina, again, they have great control in that range that Fairy really hates, because her best button in that situation is Farlight, and Farlight doesn't convert into much, and it loses to a lot of her buttons like Catalina Far M, Catalina 2M. And oh wait, we've seen these players play before. This is the matchup where Rickster has been timed out in the past by the Catalina.
By the Catalina?
Yeah. So
getting timed out? What?
Basically, some usually is really willing to play incredibly patiently and just to respect it, right like this. Because now, the second that you commit to GG, she can use EX Thrust and punish you. There you go, not on time, you see, you're trying to do it there. But wasn't using the easy skill buttons, so didn't quite react to it in time. But as long as you wait, there will come a time where she uses GG. And then the specials rather do minimal chip or are risky. So that's one of the decent ways, especially for a character like Catalina, to fight Fairy.
Gonna be big
the
damage.
RPS, and yeah, this is gonna be big damage. Bonk. bonk, bonk, knockdown. Oh no, just goes to the reset with GG. Not sure why.
Too far. GG too far.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why
no.
GG was called there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Nice,
nice.
good TX Beppo.
DP takes out the Catalina.
But yeah, Sump gave Rixter some real problems throughout some of the sets before. But again, Rixter adjusted, and specifically, I feel like some kind of lost confidence in his playstyle after getting beaten once by Rixter. But we're seeing it come back now, and in this round particularly, because at the start of the previous round we didn't see it, but then we saw him adjusting back to how he used to play, which is really patient against the Ferry. And now we're seeing it again, and I feel like it's going pretty well this round compared to the last one.
Very well, yeah. Some making the proper adjustments. Oh, already got it worked up in the corner.
Yeah, again, Life Lead is going towards Ferry, but with the actual difference in how tanky both of these characters are, all it takes is that one hit. And Space DX Thrust is safe, so you might as well just throw it out.
Especially for Catalina. Catalina, one hit is all she needs, especially near the corner.
Yeah, even right now, even from here, one hit could take her all the way to the corner, could get that end round end.
Oh no, big whiff.
Yeah, this is bad, isn't it? Nope, really awkward hit there, but now you have to take double setup.
This is still looking pretty dire for Manson. Yes.
Nice. Thrust is that one move that you never really want to be throwing out unless it's near full screen space as Catalina, because it's like the only tool that you have that's unsafe.
Exactly, exactly. I'd like to see some adjustments from some, man. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he's being
needs to commit
too
to his
patient.
style.
Yeah.
Nah, that's usually the case, but again, we've seen him time Rixter out. I feel like he just isn't committing to the style enough, because you're seeing him do random run-ups and stuff, which is, again, useful in parts, but you can see that Rixter is adapting to it really well by playing patiently on his own part.
Nice.
But this is the range. Oh, never mind. That was supposed to be the range where Ferry was supposed to struggle, but getting hit by 2U, the best button in the game.
The 2U just ducks under that fireball.
Nice frame
Gets
trap.
hit by the heavy, the combos.
Now you're in the corner, EX Thrust, that's safe. But you still got a mountain to climb against her. There you go, an onslaught of whips, and the second you throw out that EX Fireball, now she doesn't have to worry about Fireball game.
It's looking bad.
Nice, gets hit by 2U.
He tried to cross over that. Watch out. Nice.
Then you can't do forward roll.
EX. Can he start this
Nice,
offense?
tick
Yes. He just needs a couple more chances.
Nah, gets a bit too greedy there. You can't be that greedy against Rixter, right? Because you combined the fact that you were going for a run-up forwards to reset your pressure, which is fine, with a universal overhead, so that's two slow options. He's just going to mash her out of that any day.
Exactly. Rixter with the awareness.
Yeah, really aware player.
And I like how some
Nice,
tries
get
to
it
go in.
excited.
Every time he sees a GG, he just throws out the...
Yeah, because that's actually how you play the matchup. Because that's the thing that I will say, is that it's very clear he knows the matchup. He just has to be a little bit better at executing it and being...
Look at him! Just
I mean, it's the best button in the game.
Exactly.
I mean, since when Sweep's supposed to have recovery, especially ones that cover that much space.
Yeah.
You know,
So
sure, they're not supposed to have recovery, man. And you
If
can
you-
special cancel them on block.
these characters didn't go through the balance to the balance team.
But this is them nerfed. Oh, nice, very specific.
Yes.
Again, knows the matchup, knows his confirms, knows what he's supposed to do. It's just not easy to execute that game plan, especially not against a player like Rixter.
I love how some just keeps patient. He doesn't care about taking damage, about like not really progressing for like half the round. He's pretty confident, just sitting down and just waiting for that.
There you go, nice confirm off of JU. And again, this is the range where you really want to be as Catalina.
The infamous, the oh so troublesome 5H.
Oh, can I hit? Oh, no, not can I hit. Never mind. But yeah, this is the range where you really want to be as Catalina until he got pushed back there. Because all of the fire buttons are too slow, and if you throw them, you are going to get killed. Stop taking a round back.
SSBA to close out the game. And
That's
it's 1-1
SBA, man.
SBA.
Either way. Now we're going into match point. This could go either way. We're seeing the fruits of Sump's labor here. He clearly knows the matchup, getting a little bit of a late confirm a lot of the time on these CG calls, though.
Oh, the late anti-air, just in time.
The matchup knowledge is phenomenal. If he had the awareness of Rixter, this would be like a 100-0 matchup.
Oh, double medium. There comes the combo.
Doesn't go for the full confirm, though.
Nice stack, late tech. EX
There you
plus. I'm plus, please respect me.
Again, sitting at that range where all of Ferry's buttons are just a little bit too slow to be able to contest the really brilliant buttons of Catalina. But now we're back underneath Ferry's pressure. EXEG. There you go, waiting for it. But you know, chip is chip, and now you're at chip point. One fireball and you're dead. One run up DP and you're dead. But all the Catalina has to do is be patient. Again.
Oh, it catches him with the air button.
Needs is the awareness of Rickster, you know? If he had the awareness of Rickster, or I believe if he was using easy inputs, that would help him out a lot.
Oh, he just does want to deal with that open. Oh, watch out for the sweep. Nice, keep out of range. Snap him up with the EX Fireball. Start your offense.
See,
no.
I feel like in a situation like that, Catalina really doesn't have to commit to RPS. She should just take the positional advantage, right? Stay in Ferry's face with the 2Ms, with the 5Ms, and not go for the 2Ls and risk getting DP back to mid-screen.
Exactly. Oh, the GG. He's gonna have to eat
Nice!
That.
I guess he's dead. Nah, if he used to, he used way too many auto combos there. That could have been dead.
That could have been that if he was a little bit more optimal. But
yeah, he did, like, close in.
Sometimes you just need to take what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, one more touch and he is dead.
Exactly.
Important to remember. SSBA is available for Ferry though, but
and that's it. That was the touch. Nice EX thrust to close out the round.
Going for the easy confirm, and Rickster is being sent to losers bracket.
Yes, some Fauga advance.
Amazing sub. Amazing.
Some awesome Katarina play.
This is exactly what you want to see, you know?
Yeah. Always ready with whiff punishes. I love how he was so patient during.
It wasn't. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. He is definitely patient, and he knows that matchup, and it shows. But if Rickster can frustrate him and get him to not commit to his style of play, it goes into a completely different matchup, which is what we saw when Rickster took the round, you know? But the second that Sump feels comfortable and plays his game, he knows what he's supposed to do. If he could improve his reactions just a little bit more, so many more EX thrusts would have landed, and that would have looked very one-sided.
We're finally going to see some Zeta play.
We saw it a little bit earlier, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, in the first game, right?
But Miri, Mick, some of the great Zetas, Zavid as well, up there with some of the best Zetas. So we see them pretty consistently at the high tiers of play, like here. But against Rao, you've got a hell of a mountain to climb. Nice, so far doing a phenomenal job.
It's looking like Miri's climbing this. Oh, never mind.
Never mind, you didn't take the throw, so now you're the one who's losing.
What? You had a life lead? Oh wait, let me.
He takes the throw this time. Zeta taking his turn back, and one thing that I'll say about Miri is that Miri is a phenomenal player at adjusting. Because we've been seeing, again, he is a phenomenal player adjusting to how his opponent's playing, right? Because with Zeta, you really need to have the Zeta switch. You need to be able to turn it on and go Unger at a moment's notice, or play patiently. And I feel like Miri has a great understanding of when to do both, and a great understanding of how to play patiently. But
it's really fun how Miri just got hit twice.
Yeah, I mean, you could be as phenomenal as you want, but the second you take a single boot and lose 60% of your HP, it doesn't matter how many RPS situations you're winning.
It doesn't matter.
The maths is just in Grand's favor. Gets shipped out. And again, Zeta has nothing to stop that. No reversal available there because the super wasn't up. Had already used the X stance. Nothing.
No.
You just got to take that chip there.
He had to eat it. Great awareness from Ro to go for the medium Rekka. Oh, please.
Nice. Good punish.
Nice. Give him a check with the lasers.
It looks like Miri has a great understanding of how to play this matchup, but with Zeta and a lot of other characters, especially against characters like Gran, one mistake will cost you a lot more than a lot of correct plays. One mistake and you could die, literally.
The risk reward in this matchup is pretty skewed. Oh, nice. Oh, gets the combo. Puts him into the corner. Can he get some offense started?
Low pogo. So all of those were safe jumps. But again, we're seeing Murray leaning a lot more towards patience than dumb offense, but patience is one thing he does not have for those universal overheads. Getting hit by a second time.
What? You tried to tech? Well, friend, let me show you something. Oh, 5H. Great use of 5H in neutral.
Nice, it's gonna hurt.
Pretty much. Spends the EX.
Gets the jump in, and third time in a row. Now you can just see that Zeta is getting flustered, and Gran will have none of that. See you in losers.
Very skewed in this matchup.
It is, but at the same time, Brown, phenomenal player, great at laying on the pressure.
Yeah,
And
definitely not taking
Zeta
away
cracked.
anything from Rao. He's a phenomenal player, but it's just you hate to see that kind of stuff happen. To just
I mean, Zeta cracked,
crack
right? You crack under the pressure, you're gonna die. Especially
Yeah.
against a character like Graham, where if you crack under the pressure, you're taking 60%.
Exactly. Something I hope they take out of the game. please, Arxis, if there's anything.
I mean, if you just like again, that they appear to be taking mainly the approach of removing his ways of enforcing positive RPS for himself.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Again, with close M going, some of his really high damage confirms are going to be gone. We're going to yet to see if they change anything else, but we do know that they're planning on normalizing close M. Then again, they could take it completely the other way and give everyone close M, but somehow I don't see that happening.
I don't want to play that game, man. I don't want to play that game. Please, Arxis, just tone down the top 5, please.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job at managing the lower tiered characters right now, so it's yet to be seen. They plan on adjusting the top tiers in late April, and if they do it as well as they have with the current patch, then I think everyone should be happy.
Exactly. Really good adjustments that they have made in the last patch, and yeah, it really brought up some tiers. I mean, Zeta was looking really good in that patch with the only her anti-air is just like pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks like the thing is that Zeta's anti-air has always had numerous problems, right? Her reward off of it is situationally not that great, but situationally pretty good. If she had like 1 or 2 more frames of hit stop on her spear, her reward on anti-air would be some of the best in the game, apart from maybe Catalina, Gran, and Vadiva, who happen to also have the best anti-airs. But with this new patch, it opens up her consistency with anti-airing so much.
That's kind of what that's already like a problem with the rest of the low tiers, right? They're not really the most consistent characters.
Yeah, their tools aren't that stable, and they're not that
exactly. Just less Lowain,
functional.
Fasaraga, Sled.
Lowain is the easiest way of showing it off, right? His parry is a parry that if he successfully guesses correctly and parries, they can simply spot dodge or reversal to beat the parry. Like that, if that's not a perfect example of a non-functioning tool, don't know what is.
Yeah. It feels like it's intentional though, but it's not. I wish they approached it in a different manner. But I hope Arxis has heard our complaints.
Also, saying 121 Zeta 2H is probably the best anti-air in the game is just wrong. Like, it's good, but don't go too hard, man. You still got to deal with Gran having 2 frames fast startup, and much better reward, and even better hitbox box extension. Don't get me wrong, Zeta 2H is great, but let's not say it's the best in the game when other characters have.
When you look at the whole picture of what you get out of it, it's not.
Yeah, it's not great. Her conversions aren't the best.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still not even as good as a straight up anti-air as some of the other characters in the game as well. But not to say that it isn't ridiculously good now, because it definitely is.
All right, Lord Venom against Malman.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of trash coming out of Lord Venom's mouth, right? So let's see if he can back it up.
Let's see how his Beelzebub fares against the top tiers.
Yeah, I mean, it's Malman, it's Gran, so I'm sure if we lose, we're going to be hearing stuff about how stupid this character is, but...
I don't know if you read the game chat,
in the pre-game,
like, Bubs is shaking.
Which, you know, is what it is. And in fairness, he's not wrong, but you can't be salty and an ass, you know? You have to have something to back it up, which, you know, we're seeing Gran making him look like a washing board right now, which is to be expected. It's Gran. We haven't seen anyone not being washed by Gran yet, but...
And also, getting washed the first round. Let's see if
Gran downplays,
Lord Venom can answer back.
Gran people be like, nah, he's not the best at the top 4, but every single tournament I watch is just Gran winning.
Punish.
Yeah, good punish on the DP, and that right there is another knowledge check. I feel like Malman's weakest area is kind of just knowledge. He's already done a great job at picking the best character in the game, and he's done a great job at doing execution on like combos and getting his way in neutral, but his knowledge against certain characters, like Bubs having weird situations with his 2-2.
Oh, punish.
Damn. Really kind of expose. Yeah, not great.
Oh, unfortunate.
It kind of exposes Malman, especially with stuff like HPA that we saw earlier, right? HPA and Yggdrasil.
Just snuffs.
It's gonna hurt though. This is what I mean. It doesn't matter if you don't know the matchup, if you have better buttons and you cash out for 50% of their health. Malman taking this match and running with it so far.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Lord Venom. There were a lot of mistakes that. A lot of unfortunate things also. I didn't expect the jump you to lose to that.
Yeah, no. Again, Brand's 2H is the best 2H.
Yep.
It's hitbox, hurtbox, and it being a 9 frame. Ooh, oh baby. Oh, nice. 2H, take the mix up. There you go. Baits the reversal again. I will say that Lord Venom's done a really good job reacting to Maoman's flaws, because as you can see here, he just lets it rip, man. That's what he does. He just doesn't care.
Just going in. I'm such a fan.
He has an understanding. He has an affinity with how stupid Gran is, but together they're like two pieces of a puzzle coming together, you know?
Oh, he just went for it.
A character with stupid tools and a person willing to use them. Ooh, it's a match made in heaven. Nice, getting the frame trap there. Lord Venom really showing that you have to respect his stuff. Bub's might not be a top tier, but he's still got some stuff. Taking the plus frames, one more touch is going to do it. There you go,
nice.
JU.
Jump you. Yeah.
Your 2H might be able to beat it, but not much else is. JU's a phenomenal button for Bubs.
Oh, just round start. Let's go. And scores another hit. Brings Grant all the way to the corner with just 2 hits. EX. Keep your distance. Keep him in check. Oh,
bad DP, getting a slight punish.
Yeah, slight punish because there's
the most important thing is that he was keeping the positional advantage, right? But as we say that, you even block an EX fireball, and now we're back to mid-screen because it pushes you back so far. Nice.
I love the adjustment from Lord Venom. He's just playing.
He's just playing patient, yeah. He's just playing patient and watching the Gran jumping around like an animal.
Yeah, trying to annoy Malman.
There you go.
Pressing buttons. He does so many boots in neutral. Just wants to get in, but Lord Venom giving him an inch.
For sure. Because again, all you have to do against a player whiffing, crouching light, full screen, is just wait. Because eventually they're going to do a dumb jump and you're going to get 40%.
Oh, nice shot.
Or they're going to do a dumb DP and you're going to take them to the corner.
Low again.
Nice. Again, this is more of a case of Bubs allowing the Gran to outplay himself rather than the Bubs outplaying the Gran, you know?
No, man just needs to calm down. Look at this game. Oh, no.
Nice. Nah, the DP. Get off me. I will say that Bub's fireball is phenomenal, though. It really is.
The neutral jump. So sick. Malman can get his...
the side switch there. Not sure why. Goes for the old forward roll mids.
Oh, shit. And it hits. Safe
nice,
jump,
dead.
Command grab, and he will take the game. Oh,
yeah.
the round. Excuse me.
I mean, you can do teleport like that for melee setups, but just calling out Mileman and not knowing the knowledge check right there. You got to be ready to jump against that, otherwise you're going to take a
something one against boot. What the hell?
Well, in fairness, it was a pretty big disconnect.
Yeah, basically. I'm just meaning.
Nice.
Oh, shit, nice.
These tiny little punishes on light DPs just being whiffed and neutral are really adding up.
Exactly.
There you go, Lord Venom, showing that he is not to be messed with. There you go.
It's hard to dissuade people from DPing all the time, since especially on light DP.
Yeah, the recovery for Gran is tiny.
The damage, the punishment is pretty minimal, so I believe that's why we're seeing.
But the main thing that you see is that you lose positional advantage, which is really important in matchups like these.
Yeah. Oh man, I love the way. But
yeah, you see that? Because he spent that EX cooldown there, his jumps are way less threatening because he can't do the EX dive kick. So, we saw him drop a little bit of pressure there. But there you go, now that the cooldown's back up, uses the EX dive kick, takes the plus frames.
Yep.
Now you gotta forward roll that SBA, yeah, there you go.
There we go. And
just let the Gran outplay himself, guys.
Lord Venom, he's got the secret.
Yeah,
he knows how to play this matchup. Just let them hang themselves.
He's backing it up.
Exactly.
Bubs is a bad player, but I'm better than you. That's what he's going to be saying in the chat now.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the game, this is still a fighting game, so you can have the best character in the world in terms of tiers. But yeah, if you just play solid, if you just adapt to your opponent's playstyle, you will 9 out of 10 times you'll just come out on top.
We've seen some weird offense there, right, from Gran. That's kind of Malman's whole thing. He kind of runs people over and pretty much washes them with really unpredictable but powerful offense.
Exactly.
Enoch, I feel, in a lot of ways, is pretty much very similar. And we saw him playing in a Kumite not long ago, and his offense was really, really interesting. I can't lie. We saw Zero IQ as well, which is a fitting name.
Xerox, yeah.
Yeah, he was doing a bunch of random jumps, and especially with buffed Percy after this patch that is coming for PC on the 13th. Percival is really good at it. His JU is really good, even against characters like Gran, who have great 5 frames and great DPs. His jumping is really good, with JH being buffed and also things like that. This character has been slept on, but next patch, guys, get your stock book out.
Yeah.
Start investing in the Diva stocks. Start investing in Percival stocks. They're coming.
start investing. Yeah, let's go. Follow his lead. In off. Oh man, he was
Also, his drip is so on point. Look at the weapon. Look at also talking about people having on point drip. Rickster picking up the blue fairy whip. Finally, he's been grinding that out. Man, it looks good. But this said, Lancelot, yeah, it does, right? It's the best looking weapon in the game, I feel. But Lancelot, there you go. You got a fuzzy mash. So
how did he get out on top there? What the hell?
Well, it's actually something that you can very reliably do against Lancelots, especially Lancelots that fastfall as frequently as Gamer Video is doing right now. You can fuzzy mash out of most of the fastfall setups. It's really against Lancelots that know their stuff that you need to worry about doing that, because you'll get counter hit by JH slow fall.
I hope that in next patch they will add a hurt box to that jump, to that fastfall. Right?
There you go. That's the biggest. Oh wow, drops it. But that right there is like the biggest damage for Lance in the game.
Out the round.
Counter hit on someone who's jumping with your DP leads to like 60% damage combos for Lance, who is a character who otherwise doesn't have the best damage. There you go. See, fuzzy mash. If you know he's gonna fast fall, just fuzzy mash.
All right. It's look like this Percival's a little bit more in control now. Catches him out with the jump.
Damn, bad jump.
Oh no. Gonna eat another combo already. Oh no, almost back in the corner.
Set up.
Goes for the
fast fall into the throw, damn. And this time, you had to restrict it a little bit more because you were eating some meaty frames from the fireball.
Ooh, and gets caught low.
Nice, using the 214L just to escape.
This command dashes out of the corner.
Don't see that very often, but it is a tool that he has.
Is this it?
This is it. Yep. Great confirm. Again, showing why Lancelot is considered one of the best characters in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty good character overall.
Well, that was fast. Damn.
That was a pretty fast round, but that's Lancelot. He just needs one opening.
Again, he has
his game plan started, and yeah, he's just
like,
guessing from that.
Ignoring how amazing his straight-up offense is, right, with his mix-ups, it's his pressure and how solid it is and how safe it is that really puts Lance as high as he is. His pressure can all be made safe. Wreck is a really interesting RPS situation. Most of his offense is so safe that once you have a lead on the screen or in hell, you can really run with it. Not to mention the fact that he doesn't play neutral.
He doesn't.
Run behind fireball, do thrust. Oh yeah, bro, you're in.
Yeah, just do Gorilla Blade. Oh, counter hit? No, he has 50%.
Also, you want to have to take a mix-up in the corner? Nah, or you could just 236 you out of the corner, and you're safe.
Fast fall. Which side?
Dead.
Should have utilized the block button there.
Nah, you know, people say just use the block button, but all the block button does in this matchup is turns a 25-25-25-25 mix-up into 50-50. That's all it does. And once you successfully block the mix-up, you're then in Lance pressure, which is a whole nother world of fucked up.
Oh, man. Enough.
DP into the corner, gets the knockdown, takes the stocks. Fuzzy mashes off of the wall jump. Again, why? The second you corner that character, that's actually your corner, you know? It's like putting someone in a coffin, but in reality it's your coffin, because he's just gonna get the price. Nice.
Just DP's out. Doesn't want to deal with that fireball pressure.
Yeah, does not want to take the mix-up.
Go back into the corner. This is your
Here we go. This is what we talked about earlier.
Punish on the way down. Oh no.
The second you put Lance in the corner, that's your corner. Hold this for me real quick. Hold this fireball.
Oh no.
Get the hit by the screwed up mix-up.
Grab. Oh, this is looking so and God.
Enoch, brilliant player, but being kind of smoked by.
Yeah, this was a very fast and convincing match.
Hot damn.
But that's Lancelot, man. You need to
Yeah, he was doing a lot of really unreal stuff there, which was getting called out relatively well by Enoch with his fuzzy mashes.
Exactly.
But once you start getting that offense going, it's still ridiculous. And the biggest problem there was that Enoch was really struggling to keep a position of advantage once he had it, with the the pesky little lance just jumping off of the wall or using super. And a lot of the time, not only was he getting to jump out of the corner, the lance was then reversing that situational advantage and managing to get like a hit into a corner combo, which is not ideal, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Lance, the Percival, pardon, against Lance, you should be standing at a range where, again, you're not taking that 50-50, you're not taking those RPS situations, you're standing a little bit far away, so if he does any nonsense, like trying to jump out of the corner, or trying to use 236, you can respond with a reversal and put him back in his place. Especially because you have great buttons like Far M and Fire Heavy that you can cancel into your specials. Like, you really want to be using those against Lance, but of course, he also has a DP. So Lance can get out of the situations one way or the other. He's a slippery guy.
Yeah, a very nasty one at that. He can choose if he goes for the follow up or doesn't, and then it's basically his turn.
Yeah, and by the way, Hashis, like I was saying before the match even started, that is something Enoch does a lot in general. His offense is very sporadic. He does a lot of jumping, a lot of random universal overhead, stuff like that. And it did bite him a little bit there, but hopefully he can come back through losers. And that was already losers because that wasn't. Never mind. That was winners, right? I'm not actually sure. I have to go and check.
I believe that was winners. Have we done a couple losers matches yet?
We're in the last section of
Oh,
losers.
yeah,
It needs to be done before top 8. So
we just
everyone's
saw winners,
playing,
right? So
yeah.
now Enoch is in losers. Against Chargy. Chargy is a fairy player.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be an interesting one because both of them, I've seen both of them play, and I've seen Enoch play against players like Rickster as well. And Rickster actually lost to Chargy, I believe. It was in one of the events. I think it might have been the ATC event. So we could be seeing Chargy taking another match here. Mao Man beating out Lifes in the losers bracket.
Oh, and Rickster is out?
No. Mao Man just beat Lifes. Lifes is the Charlotta.
No, but I'm looking at the losers bracket, right?
Oh yeah, Sonic's on the bottom.
Oh damn. Oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah, Rickster.
Rickster lost to Sonic Sand, but again, Sonic Sand is a phenomenal French Gran. So
French
name a more
Gran.
dangerous,
Are we going to
dangerous
see a top 8
combination.
Gran?
A French Gran. A phenomenal French player who plays Gran.
Ooh.
I'm going to start top 8? Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, already? Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be Sumpphage versus Rominsu first. Or Ro.
Yeah.
Again, it's Ro. Okay. Okay, that's why whenever I see Romitsu, I never clock in my head that's Ro until I get into game, oh, it's Ro. And then by the time I see his name in the bracket again, I forget. Yeah. So it's like an eternal loop of getting surprised that, oh, we got Ro now.
Well, this is looking like a good top 8. We got Sumpfauch, Ro, Lord Venom, Play Celeste. Who's Play Celeste? Is that the name? Actually, her name or?
I have no idea. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of the
Pierre.
Okay. There you go. There are a lot of names that I recognize once I hear them, but don't recognize when I'm looking at a bracket. But it's losers that I'm really interested in, man. So we're seeing Miri against Streampuff, which, regardless of who wins there, it's going to be an interesting one going against Sonic San. And then Enoch versus Chargy going against Marman. We could see. I don't know. I really don't know how to call this losers. It could really go either way. I'm surprised, but we're seeing so many amazing players. Like we've got Rickster, Nabs, like you were talking about earlier, didn't successfully avenge.
No.
Beat out Kingston. So Kingston got knocked out by not one but 2 Dutch players.
How unfortunate. But Streampuff, man, all our hope is in him. We're giving him his energy in our Discord right now. So let's hope he will get out victorious against Miri. Who does Miri play, by the way?
Miri plays Zeta. We've seen them play
a
few times on Gibbs' events in the past and today.
And Sonic San? That was a Gran, right?
Yeah. French Gran, really great player. I wouldn't be, I'm surprised to see them in losers. Kind of great player.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? If there's so many great players here, there just a couple of them are bound to hit the losers side of the bracket.
I'm curious. Let's go have a look. Did they actually run into another Gran? Is that what happened? Because that would make sense.
The Grand Apocalypse, people. Well, enjoy it while you can.
I don't know, lost
Enjoy it while you can.
lost to Enoch to Enoch was the person that sent him to losers. Hot damn.
Yeah, damn.
Alright, here we go, going into match now. We have Rausgran
Alright.
against Sump's Catalina. Now, we've got to see now from Sump just how well he adjusts to the rest of the matchups as well. We can see he's got Fairy on lock. But what's his Gran like? Yeah,
Ooh,
it's really hard to throw fireballs against medium fireball. Oh, yeah, and again, really hard to take a clash against Gran because of the airborne. Right now, we're seeing a lot of the strengths of Gran over Catalina being shown off here. But Catalina does have her own unique strengths, which definitely have a large part. Wow. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, welcome to Gran, boys.
Oh, no, I've never
Who
seen
needs the
that.
best 2H in the game when you have the best DP in the game as well? That's screwed up.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Counter hit, universal overheaded. Almost a perfect. You ate one fireball on block.
Yeah.
So
But he kinda
effectively
had
a
to go for
perfect.
it. He was in the health range where anything.
Yeah, you can't just take throws, but at the same time, that then becomes a factor in the RPS situation as well. Like,
Exactly.
the other player is going to be thinking, oh, he can't, you know, risk this, so he's going to have to go for that, but either way. That's the beauty of the RPS, right? Because in reality, it is still 33, 33, 33.
Great confirm.
So much
Nice.
conditioning
Finally
goes into
puts
it.
Row in the corner. Can he cage this beast?
I mean, he has a DP.
Looking like it.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
Good confirm. Dead. Brilliant.
That should be that.
And that right there. So that round one, showing off why Gran's a great character and the advantages of Gran over Catalina. Round two,
and-
showing the strengths of Catalina and why
Exactly.
Catalina has stuff over Gran.
Great display of his strength, keeping Gran in the corner with the 5H.
Yeah, Catalina, much more of a clean, pristine kind of girl. Whereas Gran, you know, he's way better at letting it rip.
Yeah, a little rough. Oh, hits him with the first part of the.
Nice, great 2M.
fireball. Nice block on the kick. Nice patience with play from Sunfall. Just not pressing too many buttons.
Not many people actually know that Gran's 2M is +1, but yeah, that's a thing. So every single time he's hitting with 2M, it isn't just something being needlessly respectful. That is plus frames for Gran.
All
And
the
you know,
plus range.
not many characters in the game can cash in on plus frames quite as well as Gran can.
Definitely.
Plus frame, you go to press a button, he frame taps to your boot, you're dead.
Ooh, he was afraid for the DP there. Waited a little bit.
Nice. Both players being very patient here. This is a really good adaptation from Rao, I feel.
Yeah, Sunfall
Again,
is so
taking the
comfortable in the
plus
corner.
frames.
He just refuses to jump. He just refuses to do the lunge and everything. He's so comfortable staying there on the spot. Oh, and there comes the medium
There you go.
pressure.
Here comes the super
Takes him all the
confirm.
way to the corner. Sunfall basically one hit away from taking it.
Damn, not going for a safe jump setup, instead runs up, gets punished for it, and now he's being thrown all the way to the other side of the screen.
Oh.
Damn, DP ending that round, and it's a good thing you did, because don't want to be messing with Gran with his SSBA.
Exactly. Nice. And just like that, Sunfall is up one game.
He is indeed. Which is really hard to pull off against a Gran and against Rao.
Exactly. Yeah, it's double.
He's turning up this event. And he's improved a lot since the last time I've seen him play, I'm not gonna lie. This is
Nice
probably the best
block.
Catalina I've seen in EU so far, apart from maybe Ixie.
You don't have to be afraid for a DP. Oh, cooldowns up. Oh, went for the second part. Let it rip. That could have been a
Nice.
big punish.
Punishes the throw. Huge health lead in favor of Catalina here.
Oh.
Great confirm. Again, you're playing the RPS a little bit too much in favor of the DP, but at the same time, what does Gran really get from the DP when you're that far mid-screen? It's not like he's getting too much
Not
of a positional
much.
advantage. And taking your turn back there. Off the
Nice
boot.
trade. Oh, I
Nice,
don't
you
know.
can't go for the EX thrust there. Obviously, that shows that he's not really hit confirming them. He's more or less just buffering them after the far H, but
Oh,
takes the
nice.
round anyway. We're now at match point.
Match point. Can Sunfall close this out? Can he keep the Grand in check? Can he cage this gorilla? Oh, it doesn't look like it now.
There you go, XVP being thrown out right on the other side. It's weird because these players are phenomenal, but they don't have like safe jumps down, and they get hit by basically every DP. Gets hit mashing there, and this is gonna hurt.
This is not Sunfall's round. This is looking
Yeah,
pretty
one more
dire for
touch.
him. You're basically one more touch away from losing the game. Oh, but gets his offense started. Medium pressure.
Ow.
Great block on the overhead.
close medium into dash forward to reset pressure into universal overhead, like we saw against Rixer earlier. The exact same string.
Oh,
But this time, being respected. Round not responding in time.
Oh, just run up.
Nice,
Just
gets
run
a take
up.
throw.
Oh man, bro. The balls on this, man.
I mean, 5L like that is pretty safe against reversals usually.
Yeah, but just to run up.
I mean, you got to at some point, right?
Yeah, exactly. But
Nice.
yeah.
2U took a boot.
Catalina has good medium, so yeah, it's also pretty scary to go for the run up.
But now Gran has her exactly where she wants her, has the position that he wants.
Oh, there we go. Plus.
2M, only works on counter hit.
Oh, nice.
EX boot gets the wall bounce, but again, Gran keeping his position. Catalina forcing her way out a little bit, and now we're back to mid-screen. Gets a raw ass throw. But again, just swinging on that DP.
Oh.
But not throwing his own anymore. There are a lot of situations here where DP would be running out. I think you gotta throw that in a little bit more.
Oh, it's pretty even.
Nice,
Oh,
it's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, it's dead.
Yep, that's dead. Oh my
Match
God.
point is now over. Thump
KJ
taking it.
Putting it down. Back to the zoo with you, bro.
I think this is the first time I've seen Bro win loses.
The first time.
Damn. Some
That's
taking names today. He's here and he really does mean it.
I'm already a fan. It was some really impressive kata play. He was so patient. Oh my God, he's just
Again, I think this is definitely up there with the best Catalina play I've seen in the EU so far.
exactly.
There are some gaps, but he really does make it work, and it shows that his matchup knowledge is phenomenal. Not ever pushing on 2M is a big thing that kind of isn't indicated to me against Gran. Because not many characters have a 2M that's plus, but Gran does, and you need to respect it, because if you don't respect Gran plus frames, pardon, you are going to die.
You're going to die. It's you're gonna have a miserable life. Anyway, that was impressive play by some. GG.
Yeah, GG's.
Let's see.
Now
Who's
we're
up
going to be
next?
going over to... Oh, we're going down to losers, are we?
Losers. The loser side of the bracket.
So we have Chargy in here, which is... Okay,
Nope,
yeah.
not
So
yet,
we're
not
doing
yet.
winners... The other winners match, but
And
we have Chargy in here ready for his match when it happened.
It's gonna be Lord
Which, speaking
Venom.
of, that means that Chargy took out Enoch, so
Ooh.
going to be seeing Granberry in that match.
I'd
And then the
love
other
to
side
see
of the
more.
bracket,
Yeah.
Streampuff is dead.
Steam
The
Puff is
Dutch FGC.
dead. No, we got eliminated. Oh no.
So did HAB, though. So did HAB. If we got any
See.
HAB reps left, let's have a
See
look.
you at the next tournament.
Nope. We're out too.
Oh shit. Well, impressive play. Got pretty far. Almost hit top 8.
Means we might be able to see Sonic San against Miri, though, which is going to be a really interesting match. Seeing if Miri can take a win against the Gran, you know? Or if Gran's going to be the end of him.
Lord Venom. Such a shame. I really wanted to see more Loane. First of all, tough seeing the players of those characters getting
I mean, they're Lotus for a
going
reason,
out.
right?
Yeah, we go out just outside of top 8. It's pretty sad. Please.
But with that said, we still got some spicy characters. You know, we got a lot of Gran. But other than that, we still got a couple, and you know, we've got a Ferry as well, but we still got some spicy characters. We've got a Bubs player. We got a Zeta. You don't get more spicy than a Bubs player, bro.
Yeah.
Playing a Shoto in a other than Gran and Catalina in a game where Catalina and Gran exist. Obviously,
Yeah,
Nama has the plus of has tits, so she gets away with a few players there. But other than that, most of them go to Gran Catalina.
What? People don't play Namaya for her offense and her buttons and her
You mean those
aesthetic?
things that are worse than Gran and Catalina?
they go for aesthetics. I see.
All right, well, let's get into this. We now have Bobs against Lance to see if Lord Venom can make this. Because again, we saw him play earlier, gamer video. We're seeing a lot of fast fall, right? A lot of the not real stuff coming out from the Lance. And clearly, I think we saw Lord Venom adapt to how much of a Clown Man was playing like, which is also always a good thing as characters like Lance and Gran. Being willing to just throw out their stuff is a big skill to have. But it took him a little while to adjust to the Gran, right? So
Alright,
let's see if he can adjust this time to Lance, because Lance has the lead this time.
Oh, he made the adjustments a little bit too late. He's already close to the round. Oh, nice
Mid-screen.
Get in there, safe jump.
Misses the jump though. The jumping was pretty bad. Does get punished for it though. Whiffing so many jumping normals here. Wow. Yeah, you really don't want to be trying to spot dodge.
Oh man, why is that
invincible? I don't know. Most characters, including Bubs, have
He's gonna
damn,
take
it's
it.
dead.
He's gonna
Yeah.
take it. Don't drop it. Nice.
The full animation for that super is one of the coolest in the games.
Man.
Just saying.
Oh man, that was looking so bad for him at the start of
Yeah, like I'm saying, he adjusts quick.
Yeah. The first like 20 seconds, he was already at 10% HP, and then turns
Nice, good anti.
out.
But yeah,
job.
Lord Venom seems to adapt really quickly to the fake stuff that people throw out. I'm not gonna lie. And Gamer of Video and Marman definitely have some fake stuff that they're throwing around.
Big gift with. Oh, nice.
Nice little short confirms coming here, but you know, if you hit a bunch of short confirms, you're gonna end up with a health lead, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Gets hit by the DP.
Game of Video ready with 2-2-8.
Yeah, getting punished for the weird jump use, but now you're out of the corner. No, it's never gonna hit. It can't hit in that position, but you get out for free. There's nothing you can do about it.
You can actually visually confirm for which one to put, and I hope that's also something to change in the next.
I don't know. I think it's honestly fine.
Yeah,
but in combination with the fact that he can use wall jumps to get out of the corner, he's a little bit too slippery, and he has a DP. You know, it's hard to keep that boy down.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit
but
unfair.
Spending 100%, yeah, but spending 100% meter for it, as opposed to just jumping out of the corner.
It has great reward and no.
No, but you're never gonna hit it. Is the point? You're using it as an escape tool at that point. You are spending 100% meter.
Yeah, but I feel like it should, you know how Makoto works.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, you have to actually input it before before she jumps at the wall. So you have to make the read.
Okay, you're on about wall jump now, or? Because I was on about 260 for 60. But either way, Lord Venom showing not just that he's adapted, but that once he does adapt, he gives you very little room to breathe with the 7 golden letters coming out. There you go. Let's do you. Into the fireball. That's something really interesting, right? You can push a player out of the fireball and do a tick throw on them just by pushing them with your own body. Nice. Yeah, you keep on going for the same mix-up, bro. Keep on going for the same side by doing the wall jump before the fastball. You keep on doing fastball as well, and it's getting called out. With Lance, you have so many options and so many great options at any given moment that you really need to be able to mix them up, because most of them aren't necessarily real, but trying to manage all of them at once is near impossible.
Oh man, watch out for that.
There you go. He's mixing in a lot of slow fall now, which is getting a hit every single time, and there you go. The more times you mix in slow fall and the overhead option, the more threatening that low is going to be. So again, Brock's only dangerous as long as they have to worry about paper and scissors, man.
Burke answering back. Doesn't go down silently.
Yeah, he's adapting. That's really important for a character like Lance. You really need to be able to do all of the options at once.
Gets a grab there. Oh, watch out, Bubs. Oh, that jump.
Yeah, JU.
Come on, Bubs. Let's go.
One of the best jump ins of the game. Which is why we're seeing him hop so much, just saying. It looks weird, but for Bubs, it's not actually the worst thing in the world. And, you know,
Bubs.
Venom showing it right now.
Lord Venom just in control with that.
Him in.
Oh, the 2H.
Again, showing him that...
Do it.
Nah, not enough.
Oh, no, almost.
When it's not charged, it really doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah. But the EX, second fireball.
When he could have done it. He did it on wake up, and then he visually. Okay, cool. He pressed the button. He did it special. Now it's time to hit him. But with Makoto and SF4, you actually have to read it. So you need to choose if you go far, mid screen, or close.
Yeah, same with Kami in Street 5 and stuff like that. But regardless, going to the next round, this is looking to be match point for Venom.
Oh, gets in with the light combo. No corner combo.
Nice. JL for Bubs isn't actually that good. It pulls your hurt box up, but because you're so high up, it kind of makes it really easy to anti-air. And Lance has some of the best anti-air in the game. Counter hit and non-counter hit, he gets the same reward.
Lord Venom is in control this game.
Yeah, for sure.
It's looking like he's about to take it. He just needs one more hit. Command grab. Yes, that's gonna do it. Lord Venom advances.
Yeah, showing off the matchup unfamiliarity, you know. As long as he knows the top tier's matchups, they're not gonna know his.
Exactly.
And he shows it off with the 2-2, right? The 2-2 earlier, where it randomly what's his name? Video of game, whatever his name is. He decided to jump, right? Off of the 2-2H. And that led to him getting straight up smacked with the 2H. And it's forcing those players into matchup situations, which is really doing a great job. And on top of that, he's adapting really well to the opponent.
Lord Venom, man. Oh, man.
He's definitely a personality.
He's not a fan of...
He's not a fan of anything, including his own character.
Yeah, is he infamous for his takes? Does he have a Twitter account?
Maybe. I don't know. It would definitely be this kind of thing you'd see on Scrub Quotes, but... We've had our very own Rickster on Scrub Quotes not long ago, complaining about Charlotta.
It's good to see someone back in the nub would play for change. Keep at it, Lord Venom. All right.
One of the two grands we've got in losers bracket coming against Chargy now.
All right. Let's see if
Chargy's got the sauce. You're gonna have to work for it. Man is a good player, man. He really is. He needs to be able to calm down his ground a little bit. I feel like he has no off switch.
Yeah, so, dude, against Lord Venom, he was just all over the place. I feel like if you just took a second to look at
if you just slow it down, you have good buttons, you have good frames. You don't need to constantly play the glue huffer grand. You can slow it down and just play Granblue. You're in the name, bro. You're literally in the name.
But that's why
just play some Granblue.
I want to huff glue.
Yeah, exactly. I picked Gran because I do huff glue, man. You can't take this away from me.
What do you expect from me? Patience.
There you go. EXDP gets blocked, but then doesn't punish the second half of it. So damn.
Oh shit. Creating some space with your GG. Getting in there. Spider-Man swing.
And one thing that I will say about Chargy and what I've noticed so far is that he seems to be doing more of the GG enforcement than he usually does. Usually he's a very RPS-based player, like he'll go for safe jumps. But I'm liking the adaptation because it was kind of a weakness of his play compared to other EU fairies, is that he was committing to stuff like safe jumps a lot more. And there you go, right here. Right, he does guesses. He
could have done an off block.
The hot damn. Yeah, he does a lot more guesswork. He goes for DPs on defense and supers on defense a lot more than other fairies and gets the instant overhead. But right now, as you see, it's not always a bad thing with RPS as good as fairies to constantly be going into the situations.
Getting run down.
Yeah, taking it out.
No, please make that less active. Let it actually have counter.
Nice, DPing with the plus frames.
Didn't feel like handling the pressure. Get in there, medium. Oh, try.
There you go, spacing himself out, not being too much of a clown right now. This is good.
Oh.
Nah, but you have to be. You actually have to be. Yeah, right again. Seeing the jump down.
On that. If you commit to the jump, do the diag.
Wow. Universal love hate. I won't. Either way, we're going into the round now. Again, Marman showing that he was ready to be a little bit more respectful, but not knowing how to deal with fairy zoning is going to be a nail in your coffin for sure.
Yeah. Showing
this is all well and good, being ready to be more patient, but against fairy, you don't just have to know how. Like, you don't just need to know that you need to be patient. You need to know how to play patient, because you do have to play around her stuff. You're playing fairy's game at that point, Fairy blue versus.
Oh, see, he does show a little bit. He just show a little bit that he's familiar with the matchup. He just does the crossover after the block normals to evade the 236 P, but he just fell short a little bit overall.
Nice RPS, goes to the side switch, and then gets the mash afterwards. Damn, what you're pressing?
Oh man, this is a lot of damage. Oh, finally gets out of there.
Didn't have TG available, but again, you probably should have just kept the positional advantage against Gran instead of going in for the RPS against his DP. And now you've, been walked all the way to the corner again. Probably gonna go for a side switch up from here.
No.
Super bad.
GG's gonna punish that.
Yeah, you did. Momo's gonna finish that.
Yeah. DP.
You gotta hold those mix-ups, man. You gotta contest the first part. If you're not contesting the first part, you just gotta take the 50-50, man. You really do.
And if you jump, just do the diagonal, man. No.
Yeah, and if you're calling out the jump, right? Because clearly that's the only thing that could have punished.
Yeah.
Go for the JL, go for the jump throw, or just spot dodge. Exactly. If you just spot dodge, you'll be fine. Or forward roll, pardon. There we go, going for the forward roll there.
All right, let's hope he gets himself started now. Oh, nice hit.
Gets the fireball.
What was that?
Gets the forward roll, nice.
DP, is it where he didn't have his EX boot?
Gets back thrown because of a bad melee though, and then goes for the spot dodge. You have to go for forward roll. Yeah, damn. This is gonna hurt.
Yep.
Fairy getting optimal touches is 60% of your health.
It's still pretty close though. He's got
Yeah, and again, you can see him playing really safe here. All it takes is one whip boot. There we go. That's exactly what I was talking about.
That's it. Super.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you can see him play patiently, and all it takes is that one boot, and you can win this matchup. And that's why it's so rough for the Fairy. The Fairy has to play perfectly, and if Gran makes a mistake, the punishment, not that big. If Fairy makes a mistake, you're gonna get smoked.
Exactly, and great display from Malman there. Just came back at the last second with a super awesome play. Hopefully, it will be a bit more patient this round. He's shown us he can do it.
I'm not sure what he was going for there, but get smoked for it.
Oh, get smoked for something again? Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go, neutral jumping.
Take it to the corner.
Always pretty bad option, not gonna lie, the neutral jump, because if the Fairy reacts on time.
Exactly.
But again, Chargy seems to be a little bit more inclined to go with guesses than reactions.
Jump, right. Yep.
Gets the 50-50. Takes him to the corner. But the thing is that you can commit to a prediction way faster than you can actually react to something.
Nice,
so that's where the advantage of being a player like that comes in. And there you go.
Be a big damage. Don't drop this.
No, you dead, right? Oh, dropped it. Gets the throw tech.
Oh, he
That's
cracked.
just not good. Yeah.
Punish him. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Getting a goddamn 50% combo from mid-screen with one button. Let's go.
I don't know why, but somehow that was hype to see. It's not that.
Yeah, no, I mean it was, because again, there's a certain underdog mentality that comes with playing against Fairy. Just because playing against Fairy is hard, you actually have to work at it, as opposed to kind of just playing neutral against other characters. You kind of have to work against playing against fairies, right?
Oh.
There you go. Your minus, just DP, bro. What a minus frames.
Yeah, show them you're willing to do
Getting
that.
back thrown again, though.
Yep.
This keeps on happening. This is not something that you
over
want
there.
to have happen. You shouldn't be getting thrown out of your pressure, you know?
I feel like he should just jump diagonal out of that EXGG because Chargy has really shown he's not going for the meaties.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so he should try it with just once.
There you go, 2U, 2 for 6, 2 for 6U. It's safe. Nothing you can do about that. And you press a button, you're going to get the boot.
Not safe for you.
Don't be pressing buttons on my town.
Call
One button's going to do it.
But not for me.
Lots of patience coming out here. Spending the 236H instantly, though. So now there you go. And the GG. Now 2 of your tools are gone as Fairy. You can see he's starting to panic a little bit more, throwing out a lot of random jumps.
Oh no, that was scary.
But this is the range you want to be at. But again, throwing out the 236H really early. Now you have one less tool to play with. And Gran, forward rolls, gets the confirm.
Adaptation, he's running it back. It was.
I don't know if this is so much of an adaptation as it is Chargy just getting flustered.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Nice, gets the GG call. Again, not going for the RPS as much there. I think Gran should even be mashing there, if I'm honest. My man is usually, not meeting, not doing any of the pressure. No, pardon, Chargy. He's not doing any of the pressure, so you can
behind
just
him for some reason.
Smashing. Nice, yeah, this is him in the corner. This is exactly where you want the Fairy, because there you go. Damn, no full conversion, but still has Fairy exactly where you want him. Nice, Protect.
Oh.
Now gets back thrown into the corner.
You have to get. Oh,
enemy mix-ups. Has he got these? Nah, drops it, but still, you have to eat one more mix-up.
I was looking for the Twitter combo videos. How unfortunate. Gets the hit. Oh, he can still do this.
And you're dead. Watch your toes, bro. What are you blocking standing for? Watch your toes. Oh. Hot damn, my man, showing again.
Why is run up to you work? Why is that a viable?
I mean, yeah, no, it shouldn't work, but it did. You gotta watch your toes, man.
Oh man.
And if there's a good player right now, I feel, in the EU scene in general, at making things work that on paper are why the hell did that work, it's definitely Marman. He's so unpredictable. He's good at playing to Grand strengths.
Mal de God.
If he learnt to adjust and play slow, not just learnt to adjust and started playing slower, but if he learnt how to play slow well in the ways that we see Raud, having it done in the past, he's going to be terrifying. And he keeps on getting better every week. It's kind of ridiculous.
Finally, a cool character. Let's go. Please, Mary, show us.
I mean, Zedda's the best character. I don't know about a cool character. Nice.
Oh, nice check with the laser.
But like we saw earlier, Miri has some issues dealing with Gran. Well, Zedda does. There you go.
Oh,
You can't do stance into the hates follow-up. If a player's ready, it's so easy to punish.
Just gonna get anti-aired. Nice cross up.
Use that block button, man. And that anti-air is only going to get better. Damn, dropping the conversion, but showing he has the source. Takes us to the corner. And again, instead of going for the RPS situation against Gran's DP, you just take the positional advantage and you do the confirm off of the 2L.
Oh shit, Miri with the confirm light, super. Let's go.
A perfect example of how you want to play those situations. For you know, Zedda doesn't have the best offense to deal with stuff like DPs, but you have good buttons, you know? 2L being one of the best buttons in the game, the only 2L that comes close is Gran's.
Nice dodge.
Nice, good protect.
Oh, that's it.
Nice, good dodge on the fireball, but you get your boot. All of a sudden, all that hard work goes out the window.
Yep.
Nice, smashing. Safe jump. Pulling out a bad safe jump there.
Oh, what was that?
Again, with Zedda, you've really got to be ready to commit to the random stuff. But yeah, that was very random. And that was very random. That was very certainly a failed super.
Oh,
The input buffer in this game can be rough, and if you think about it, you're doing 2 quarter circles, right? That's 2 inputs of down and then a button. So
yeah, that's a common complaint I've heard about this game, that the input buffer is kind of weird in this game.
next patch helps it out for Zedda 6.6 though. So
Yeah,
they know about it, they are working at it, and we'll see in late April if they, you know, continue to do work on that.
nice block on that. Not afraid for the DP that he could throw out.
Yeah,
Oh,
with stance, if you commit to it, you have a lot of recovery afterwards, and it is punishable.
Nice block, and there's those. You saw the pause.
Nice! Walks out of the corner. Takes the corner. Now you have to take the low pogos. Each of those can be a safe jump. Then you didn't ready to block the low.
Oh shit.
Again, Zedda's RPS situations aren't great until you have them under your pogo in the corner. Second
And
you have them
Miri-
under your pogo in the corner, you are running the game.
Miri takes the first round. Let's see if he can keep this momentum.
Yeah, showing that you know, this Gran isn't quite as ready as Rao is to deal with more patient play coming out, and then that switch, because now we're going to see it as well. Oh wow, weird ender there. Go for the reset, yeah.
Dodge it, nice.
But again, like I was just talking about, Miri is so ready to play patiently against these Grans. Let them make their own mistakes. Nice, right like that.
Nice.
Exactly like that.
Great
Wait for them to
confirm.
make their own mistakes. Cancel out to you, into beam. Get those anti-airs.
Sweeps in this game. You should
If you're
know.
that good at anti-airing already with this 2H, wait until the next batch.
Oh man, and already Miri has such a huge life.
Yeah, keeping himself nice and safe. Gets hit
Nope.
in the toes. You gotta watch those against Gran.
Even
There goes 50% of your health. I mean, it means 50% of your health's gone.
no.
And there goes the other 50%.
Rip.
So, I don't know about that, doesn't mean much.
Did he just got hit twice? And
Yeah, he got hit twice and died. But that is the case, right? You're not watching your toes against 2U range when he has SBA up. And more importantly, you're not taking those throws. We saw that be the death of you against Rao. You need to adjust away from that.
Nice anti-air. Opted for the 4-1. Safe jumps. Nice.
Got the conversion on lock as well.
Right.
Has built super, so now the next touch will kill. Low pogo. And there you go. Showing off the safe
Not
jumps.
aware.
One touch. I mean, it's less about being aware because obviously Zedda can commit to... It's an RPS situation, basically.
Yeah,
Because Zedda can commit to fast full low and fast full... Well, not fast full, but just cancel into high on any of those hits. So that's kind of what you're looking for with those DPs. It is still an RPS situation, but it heavily favors Zedda, which is one of the rare cases in which her RPS does favor Zedda. But we're in it again. Low pogo, boys. Gets hit with a low.
There goes the low you were talking about.
Yeah, fast full low. And all of this Soki is completely loopable.
Miri. Oh
There you
man.
go, super confirm.
Don't drop this.
Wow, going for the fancy stuff. I don't need the super. Miri, absolutely dominating. It's, you know, he did a little bit of shaking there, but that's to be expected against Gran. You make 2 mistakes, you're dead. But those 2 mistakes are the only mistakes he made.
Yeah, he took the set in dominant fashion. In the first game, he showed a little bit of those execution errors, which costed him the game. But I'm glad it didn't affect his mental, and he just went.
Yeah, again, really great at playing patiently.
Yeah.
Again, the one thing that there's a slight crack in his armor, and that's that he plays really well patiently, but the second he's put underneath RPS situations, Zeta doesn't really have the tools to deal with them, but the last thing you want to be doing is going for those throw techs when they could be going for universal overhead, especially against a character like Gran that can convert mid-screen to 60%.
Yeah, also,
you really want to be weighing that risk-reward, you know, because you're never going to lose the game from taking that throw in that situation, but you can definitely lose the game from getting hit universal overhead.
It's going to be a grand team kill, and if I'm not mistaken,
yeah, this is the end of losers.
Players are from Germany, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hot damn. We've seen this before, I believe, a couple of times, and Rao is an incredibly dominant Gran, so Maoman's got a mountain to climb, but I believe he's done it before. He's beaten some players who are above his belt line, I believe, before. And then speaking of getting a nice 50% combo.
Oh, man.
Nice. Now,
what was that? What was that?
not meaningful reward, but again, you're not getting out of that pressure in a good way either. Now, here's your 60% combo coming right up.
Bro,
this isn't dead.
Back.
This is a little bit of life left. There you go. Nah, like I'm saying, just a little bit of life, but watch your toes, kid. Watch your toes.
What a godlike button that is.
I've heard that this matchup is 90-10 to Gran.
Yeah, whichever Gran gets in knocked out. Oh shit! It's gonna hurt.
Gonna hurt as well. Not quite as much as the latter wasn't as great, but there you go. Nice cross-cut DP.
Again, a little bit of what we saw last game. He last round he starts off strong and then boom.
Both of them charging their 5 views and then going for boot. Nice. Reacts, well, not reacts to the throw, but takes the throw and goes for a jump, taking Marman all the way to the corner. Good, late throw tech into the DP. You're minus 27, but that does not matter if you use that reversal.
I think you spend it. Don't know why he double dodged there. But...
Nice, takes the plus frames from JU, goes for the throw. Goes for the famous 2U SSBA. I mean, again, there's nothing you can do about it, right? You got to take that.
Oh, he can kill.
Nah, drops it.
So close.
And gets the punish. There you go. Lovely.
Oh man, answering back.
I mean, that's the messed up thing about 2U SSBA for Gran, right? It's a 50-50, but it's not a 50-50 with one of the results of you getting punished. Nah, it's a 50-50 where how hard is the enemy going to get punished?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they going to lose 50% or are they just going to lose some position? Nice, DPs.
Look at these. This is a grand matchup. Just DPs everywhere, fireballs, boots flying.
Oh yeah, man, this matchup is hard, dude.
It's, oh man.
Favors Gran for sure.
Oh man, I love it. I love to see this for some reason.
Nice, good DP. Keeping him in the corner.
What? Am I?
Rao having a health lead and a position advantage right now. Hitting him with those 2Ms, you know? Taking that +1, +1, +1. But Maoman gets his way out of the corner. It goes for the SSBA. One more touch is going to do it for either one of these players.
Nice, gets the animation.
Which, by the way, Jita's animation is so much cooler on SSBA. Don't at me.
Yes, it really is. Oh,
wow. His Oki is super jump forward. Let's go.
Matter. Oh, what, she went for the reset? Oh my god. Wow, man. It just ended.
Again, like I've said before, bro, we've seen Mao Man punch above his weight line with his random as hell offense. If he doesn't know what he's doing, hell no do they know what he's going to do.
I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan after this.
I don't know. I way prefer, like, Rao's very consistent, clean. Yeah, you're Mao gang, I'm Rao gang. I like his more deliberate Gran.
I just want random stuff, man.
Because Gran has
fun
like
about deliberate? What's fun about deliberate, dude?
Yeah, but like Gran has some great tools, and seeing a very deliberate, very aware player using them, you know, that has its own draws. And speaking of, you're dead. 2 hits, that's all they need.
yeah, right, Hamilton. He's not using Yaris. All right.
2U fireball. What the hell? Okay, so out here, Aoki is after H fireball, do forward roll 3 times.
What's happening here? Oh, counter hit. Big.
I mean, any match with Mile Man results in what the hell is going on, but this one especially, 2 Grans going at it.
Oh, gets hit by the jump U. Get out of there. Creates a space. Oh, and he's already back in there.
I like that there's a mutual respect going on between the Grans in this round. So far, there have been no DPs. You know, they both have it, so it's like mutually assured destruction.
Yeah,
Speaking of, instead of killing, he goes for the DP. He could have killed that for sure.
Conservative with all their.
There you go. Now you're dead.
No supers, no DPs. So much these players, man. So.
I mean, yeah, he could have killed in the last combo though if he just didn't pull out the
Alright,
DP.
1-1 roll versus Mom. Who will advance? Will Granblue
And again, similar to Catalina, right? Off of 2U, the only special cancel that you didn't want to do there was boot, because that's the only one that's straight up
big
unsafe.
punish.
But Malman going for that. There's a line between stupidity and unpredictability that Malman, like, he stands right on the border of, and I think dances between the lines very frequently. And
exactly.
that combined with Gran is enough to make anyone, you know, have to think twice.
Oh, whoa.
Nice, there you go again. Boot,
make rolls
pretty stupid boot.
comparison.
Goes minus, but hey, this is still my turn. What, you thought this was your turn because I'm minus? No, 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 no. Hold this DP real quick.
It's not
But
minus for me, it's for you.
Prowl just declaring, no, 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 no. Stop this. Stop this nonsense. Take this boot, get in the corner, and lose.
Frame data is for low tiers, man. I do what I want. Oh, look at it! You just did it twice. Yes, finish.
That's true, Bonsai. I just can't comprehend
It's
like,
been like
the
40
galaxy brain stuff that's going on with Malman right now. Like right there, boot forward roll.
Nice. Back to you. The God button.
The God button.
Oh, this should be it. No, just a little bit. Oh,
Damn.
Just needs one more hit. Oh,
There you go. Is this gonna be it? This could be it. This is it.
Is it? Is it?
This is it. Burn damage, baby.
Oh,
And the best part is that he's gonna get really annoyed about Gran, right? But you can't, because that's your character. One more touch. Oh my god! Swat dodge into universal overhead on his wake up into reversal.
My God, what was that interaction?
This is the most grand match I've ever watched in my life.
Oh my God, someone, man. Oh.
He did wake up universal fucking overhead. Are you kidding me?
This game could be in like a gorilla wildlife documentary where you
It could literally just be
two
a
silverbacks just like throwing out DPs and shit, and holy shit.
I mean, it's literally just an exhibition match of Gran. Paint Huffer Supreme.
Yeah, man. Someone, man. Please help me. Get me out of here.
There's a-
Gorilla, what a gorilla.
Yeah, somehow I don't think that's what he's doing, Rodofo. I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was predicting a throw coming out, but no one's going to do raw-ass throw. No one is going to... Well, at least unless you're you, in which case you might run up and just do raw-ass throw. But most players are going to do a tick throw. And doing raw-ass universal overhead is going to get you smoked, especially to a player who runs up, spot dodges to beat your DP, and then throws out his own DP. Like, we have to respect that Rao also did some of his own Unga there.
Oh my God.
My word, what a round, man. What a roller coaster.
What a roller coaster of a game. DPs everywhere, boots flying around. Oh
Now,
my God.
we've got another intentional player.
Give us a nice and easy, slow. Give us a slow game, please.
Yeah, we've got. Well,
We
we're
need
not
to
going to have one.
recover.
Again, like similar to
Yeah,
Malman,
right.
we've had there are a lot of comparisons to be drawn here, right? Lancelot, great character choice, but his offense and the way he plays neutral, so random, and he doesn't seem to have the best matchup knowledge either. But he's picked a great character, and he uses that offense well, and that's how he gets as far into the tournament. But again, on the other side, we have a very similar player to Rao. Very deliberate, very patient.
Miri
Good at
is just
utilizing
such
character
a solid
strengths.
player. Please punish that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased because I love Zeta so much. And any player who plays Zeta instantly goes up like 10 points in my book. But
Exactly.
Miri is a phenomenal player.
Oh, it's time to guess. Oh, didn't use the block button. Gets punished for it. SSDA. Put her in the freezer.
Yeah, I mean, put him in the freezer. One touch is going to do it for either player, but Super is available for Zeta. Zeta also has some really interesting fuzzy matches to beat Fastful. Damn, getting hit there. I'm not sure why you were going for Universal Overhead there. That appears to be the crux and, you know, the nail on the coffin for a lot of these players right now. Just random ass Universal Overheads. But yeah.
Exactly. The
Zeta
farther
has
we get
some-
into top 8, the more
Zeta-
random universal.
Has some great ways to deal with Lance's offense. Like, she can OS Lance's 2-2X and Fastful pretty well with fuzzy matches and stuff like that, and stance.
Great counter. Start your offense. Nice use of the U.
Oh, damn.
Beautiful job.
the thing that Zeta really struggles against in this matchup is this, right? The pressure. Lance has such safe RPS, and Zeta has such problems dealing with that because she really has to do hard callouts on pretty much anything.
Yep.
There you go, nice.
Oh my god.
But outside of the really messed up Lance RPS, nice, this could be dead. No, damn, getting
Could have
reset.
been. Oh, just holds it.
There you go, nice.
Gonna be
He was
a block.
waiting that entire time. Nice. He was waiting that entire time for Lance to do something like that. That's why he wasn't committing to the second spear, stuff like that. But yeah, in this matchup, it's actually pretty dealable for Zeta, right? Neutral,
Yeah,
she can do it, and on defense, she can do it against stuff like Fast Fall and 2-2X. Nice, great anti-air.
I really 2-2? Nope. Just
There you
goes
go,
for the
wall
wall
jump.
Nice
Gets
back
thrown into
throw.
the corner.
Now you're in the corner. Never mind.
Yeah, bad jump though, bad jump.
Already out of here. Low pogo.
Nah, just going for it was a relatively high pogo, I'm not gonna lie. So he couldn't have done safe jump mix-ups, but he was just taking the guaranteed pressure with the fast overhead into the lows. That's like the safe way of doing it, basically.
Firm from Miri. Oh man.
Series, yeah, Mirror's Zeta is probably the cleanest Zeta I've seen, I'm not gonna lie.
Nice slide. Get your offense started.
Nice.
Ooh, fast
Gets hit by the low
fall.
though. Hot damn.
Grab. Oh, this is so dangerous.
Yeah, and again, this is what's really messed up about this matchup. Is that once
Nice
you're underneath the RPS, there's not much you can do. This gets hit.
Go.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, no, that's like the one guaranteed way to beat the 236 You saw him earlier going for the armor as well. The armor would have got smoked, I'm pretty sure, but the one way to beat that 236 you can't spot dodge it, you can't block it, you can't forward roll it. You have to use a reversal of your own. So if that's CP or super, you know?
Miri Zeta is looking clean and mean, and everything
Yeah, and
gets punished so...
But again, like right there with that stance jump, Lance definitely going to punish that. But I feel like this is a great example of not many people know the Zeta matchup, and if you don't know the Zeta matchup, a lot of her stuff becomes a lot harder to deal with.
You're just gonna get smoked.
Like stuff like Spear, you're not seeing Miri commit to it a lot, because if you retreat with Spear, you can get ran down with Lance's EX Thrust, which is obviously a non-counter hit, mid-screen confirm. Nice, but again, this is where you really struggle. You don't have many tools to deal with RPS situations like that. The best thing you have is armor, but so many of the options beat armor, and it's not a really stable tool with, especially because it has no cross-up protection. Like you can't cancel out of stance, and it doesn't cross up at all.
Nice
So-
move from Miri.
Nice, yeah. Lance has such a tendency to side switch. It can be rough. Nice, good spot dodge. Cancelling into the fireball there. He's cancelling into fireball a
There's
little
gonna
bit
be a
too much.
punish.
Nice, it's dead. Great confirm.
Light, super to take the round.
But yeah, I feel like he's cancelling his pressure into fireball way too much on Zeta. He should be cancelling into spear on hit. But, you know, it's not always the easiest thing to do, you know? But, oh, damn, dropping it for a second time now. We keep on trying to see him bring out the mid-screen source.
He was
for the
lucky.
overhead.
Perk wasn't ready with punish. Gets the throw, safe
Yeah.
jump.
It's a really interesting safe jump as well, because you get so much pressure from it. And again, now we're just seeing Gamer Video just kind of... Oh, and there's no way to put it other than clowning neutral, you know? Jump fast forward on full screen 5 times into spot dodge. But gets the mix up. This is all you need.
Side.
Damn, drops the conversion.
Oh.
Gets thrown out of the corner by the reversals of armor. And again,
Oh no!
now it actually works this time.
Work.
Not here confirming it. Is this going to be dead? Nah,
Yeah.
Lance has no
SSBA.
damage.
Spend your own, put him back into the freezer, man.
Hey
Don't
man,
let that
I'm
shit
trying to
expire.
see the method in the madness, you know? If you jump fast full 3 times, maybe they'll throw far medium into it and super.
Again,
Nice, one more touch is going to
counter.
do it for either player. And this is where we've seen Miri be really successful
nice
before.
anti-air.
Drops the anti-air confirm now.
Counter it.
To you, there you go.
Sweep to take the round. Oh, he evens it up. Perk
Risky
showing
thing to
signs
commit
of
to,
life.
but yeah, I mean, Gamer Video definitely has. He has some sauce, you know. He's not a bad player. He just needs to calm down a little bit, especially against a player like Miri, who is patient and ready to pull out his stuff.
All right, low pogo. Oop, oop.
Yeah,
Good
low
move for the
pogo
low.
goes for the fast fall low.
What game is this? Is this Blaze Blue?
Yeah, I mean, it's real mix-ups, right? But the thing is that Zeta really has to commit to every single option she goes for, whereas characters like Lance, Gran, Catalina, etc., they're a lot less committal, and they have better defensive tools with actively having, you know, good anti-air and a DP means that you don't have to put up with situations like this, where someone's just jabbing you and jabbing you and jabbing you Second you commit to armor, you know, it's a hard call out. Nice. Fuzzy mash.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not gonna work. Not against Miri. He's proven it before, you know. He's shown you. 3 out of 3 of these 236 users you've thrown out, he's been ready to punish. A failure to adapt is ultimately the nail in the coffin for video of game there. So, Miri moving on.
AKA
Phenomenal play.
Phenomenal play.
Yeah, really is.
This Zeta is so clean.
And the scary thing about Lancelot like that is that give them a week of labbing matchups, and they're going to be 10 times more terrifying, honestly.
Thanks for the gamers of video. All right. Who is up next?
I'm going to keep an eye out for that player because, again, I've seen so many Lancelots that look like entirely different players 1 week into the future. I already have. Like, they've got some source, they're ready to throw their offense, but they just don't know how to play the rest of Granblue. But then the second they raise those fundamentals up a little bit, they look completely unstoppable. Kingston's a great example. Kingston was a really great player who joined Hearts of Blazing and their events, and he was a really solid lance. He never missed a conversion, but he clearly hadn't like practiced much of the 2-player game, getting opened up by a lot of characters nonsense. But then he labbed that stuff, came back, and was terrifying.
This is losers final.
Is this losers finals? Let's get out of that.
Semis. Yeah.
Yeah, losers semis.
Gets him in check with a 2M. Oh, nice block on the DP. Give him that punish. Don't
Yeah,
let him get
sure.
away with that.
But again, look at
7
your punish. It's not that great. You maybe got
Yeah.
20-30% there as opposed
Yep.
to the
You're definitely
40%
not
of
gonna
characters.
dissuade the gorilla.
Nice, though.
Using that again.
Great reaction to boot with the stance. We've seen Miri play this matchup, exactly this matchup, earlier in this tournament, right?
Right. Back
Against
into the
Rao.
corner. Yep.
Is he gonna adapt?
The Grand
Nice.
Army came strong this
Rao showing he has that fuzzy guard against the Fogo setups there. Whew, hot damn. Anyway, Miri taking the first round. Pretty convincingly. Nice. Spot dodges the fireball, but you don't want to commit to a clash, right? The only thing that you should be committing to there is armor. Because you're just going to lose. Boot is way too good on clash. Nice.
Oh.
Great confirm off the jam.
he's very on point with those.
Yeah, slowly pushing Gran towards the corner.
Alright. Where are the DPs after the boots? How uncharacteristic of Grand players.
I don't know, Raul again is a very deliberate player, so... That is the one thing that
Well,
Stance
he's
is really
shown-
good at dealing with.
He has shown he's willing to rock those, so really love to see those at on minus.
I feel like whenever he cancels into Fireball like that, he's literally just giving up his advantage. It's kind of dissuading to see. It's the one area that I think Miri should be committing more to Spear. But, with that said, good confirm, one more touch is going to do it for either player. Gran going for the pretty standard nonsense. Nice. Now, 2 you hit so far away that you have more than enough time to roll there. You can't always throw away your random nonsense. Miri taking it 1-0. This is when it's semis, so... Match point. No, this is semis, pardon. Nice, gets hit,
they
going for the
jump
2M.
in.
Not sure if he was trying to 2H there and press medium instead, but it's going to eat a punish for it, and now you're in the corner against Gran again. Zeta does not have the best tools to deal with RPS.
Yeah, that's not the best spot to be in. Oh, nice spot dodge.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was not a good.
Gets counter hit from the boot, you're gonna eat 60%. Oh, drops. But,
A little
gives
bit
the
less
to
than
go.
60.
Yeah, again, you can't escape with stance. It's not an escape tool. If a player knows what they're doing, they're going to fuzzy mash 2H, and it's going to be unblockable every time.
Maybe-
Back to mid-screen. Damn, trade.
Bro, taking the first game of this, the first round of this game. Oh, another trade. Oh,
Yeah, all you got to do is spot dodge one of them. Nice, gets the throw. Has positional advantage, goes for close M. Zeta does not have the tools to deal with that.
Fireball. Oh,
Nice, good punish. Nice.
Nice counter.
That's how you call out the clashes against Gran. You don't commit. He just
Oh,
stands.
it's gonna be it.
Nice, there you go. Round very convincingly taking a round back, and now the set is completely up in the air.
What an answer from Rao. Pretty quick and clean game that way.
With that said, again, we're seeing very characteristically Miri playing very slowly at the start of the round.
He's losing his
Yeah.
patience. A2 lasers.
Nice. Gets the neutral jump, JM. Takes him all the way to the corner. I like seeing who commit to spear more than fireball. It's nice to see. Now, again, takes his positional advantage.
He was ready for that boost.
You don't want to lose your position to a DP, right? So you walk back, you wait for Gran to do something stupid. Because it's going to happen. It's a Gran. Nice. Good anti-airs. You're going to see the... Nice. Brilliant. Good confirm. Takes him to the corner.
Oh, doesn't kill him quite yet. He needs one more hit.
Pogo.
Is he gonna get it? Is he
Takes
gonna
the
score
guaranteed
that?
pressure. Nice. So what Gran did there was he was committing to the DP to try... Because obviously he's at chip point there. So he's committing to the DP to call out Miri going in with the spear again. But Miri retreats, calling that out. Winning this elaborate game of rock, paper, scissors. Hell yeah.
Oh, the second throw wins. Oh, another throw.
Close end. Then backs off again. Both players respecting here that if they have a positional advantage, they can keep it.
Fireball still came out. What the hell?
Nice. Here we go. Gran towards the corner, getting the forward roll. In most games, you know, you're punishable if you get, you know, have a sweep blocked. In this game, nah. You're fine, and you can special cancel. Now, even if you didn't special cancel, he'd be fine, right? He could just block. But you can special cancel as well. Damn! Getting the universal overhead. We've seen this before. It's a nail in Miri's coffin. But now, at ultimate set point, one of these players is losing on this round.
He tried to attack, and he died for it. Miri. Gets stacked by the low.
Nice, gets the counter hit.
Now by the boots, gonna be a lot of damage.
Now going for the reset instead. Very respectful again. Rao seems to understand that if he has the positional advantage, Zed does not have the tools to get out of it. But as we say that, Zed had made our way back to mid screen and is now throwing out those fireballs.
No. And now already back to the left corner. Oh,
DP, fireball, no confirm. Nice, nice. Zed is still in this.
Loses that time.
Alright, now you've got to take the mix-ups.
Blaze blue.
Goes for the low on the second jump. Again, playing patiently, waiting for the stupid ass boot.
Nice dodge on that.
Yeah, EX Fireball is out for a while now. But you still got to watch out for boot on all of these spears.
Oh.
Yeah, going for the 5-hit, doesn't get it.
By the jump in.
Gran has some great jump-ins, man. Miri, great showing, man.
Very great showing.
Losing out to Rao twice.
Very
Double
impressive
jeopardy,
play,
man.
At the end, Ro was a little bit too much. Got the jump in, took him out with the super.
I feel like if it was many of the other Grans, Miri could have taken it, you know, very patient, but he happens to go against Rao, who I've seen beat him before as well. It's a hard matchup, man. A patient Gran, name something harder.
Yeah.
With that said, Rao moving
Patient
on to losers
Catalina?
Finals. Yeah, well, speaking of Patient Catalina, we've now got Sump against Lord Venom, right?
Yeah.
And as we've seen, Lord Venom, he's willing to play patiently as well. He's willing to adapt. But Sump is making a lot less haphazard offense. He's a lot more deliberate, a lot more patient on his own game plan. So this is going to be really interesting to see if Lord Venom is just exposing people, being a little bit rough around the edges, or if he's actually, you know, a really solid player in and of himself, playing his own game plan. I feel like these players play very similarly, but with characters varying a lot in strength.
Really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's going to decide who goes down to face Rao, and whoever goes down there better be ready, because that is not an easy matchup.
Exactly.
All right, so this is a best of 5. Just to remind everyone, we're now in top 3. Is Losers Finals a best of 5 as well, or is it just winners and grands? Okay, sweet. All the top 3 is.
Nice. More games, more chances to adapt, more hype moments. Let's go.
And no more grand on grand action, so we can at least calm down a little bit.
Rodo, everyone in this game is worse Catalina, man. That's how the game works. Sorry. Hate to break it to you.
All right, man. I'm still between Gran and Catalina. But Bubs has a really good fireball game. And it's nice to see him really early on showing off that he knows this. And there you go. There's the knowledge check.
Yeah,
Throws you into it. There are answers to that, especially for a character like Catalina, but I like that he's throwing out that knowledge check nice and early, you know? Catalina not contesting the fireball game, but there you go. The second he does, gets hit.
Oh, that comboed. Oh my.
Nice knowledge check number 2. Throws you into the corner.
Counter hit. Oh, no, he dropped it.
But, you know, you can hold it, so at least you're not just going to completely end up whiffing it.
Oh, watch out for the mediums.
Yeah. 2 for 6, 2 for 6 to you.
Yep. Hold this damage. Now, let's start the open.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some not go for safe jumps and stuff in the past. There you go, see? And it's a big weakness of him, because now he's at chip point, and there you go, you're dead.
Damage. Oh.
Yeah, just commit to DP there. Which again, there are definite ways for Catalina to beat that. But clearly not knowing them right now. Yeah, jumping or specifically going for DP there. It was the one way to save yourself.
Oh, gets hit by it again.
Gets counter hit, yeah.
Falls on her ass. Bob's working her slowly into the corner. Oh, just gets stacked low after the teleport. Sweet.
Nah, doesn't get the close medium, ends up going into auto combo, so now it's Bob's turn.
Nice
Bob's with a huge ass health lead. Now you gotta take the knowledge check again. This time it just gets blocked, but again you could have gotten thrown there. And you're dead.
Command grab.
Reversal command throw. Let's go. Lord Venom, very solid play so far. Something's got to adapt. Which again, I've been complimenting this entire time, right? Sump's awareness of matchup knowledge, and you know he knows exactly what he's supposed to do against Gran, against Ferry. But now you're watching him play against a character that he won't have played against as much, won't have studied as much, and it does show. He isn't ready for everything like he usually is.
Oh, if that was just a neutral jump, that lunge. Great jump in. Ooh, wasn't ready for the X. Bob's creating some space. Oh, I'd really love to see some dodges on it.
Yeah, but really good there, respecting.
Oh, the
Getting out the DP. Damn, yeah. You get 8 frames of throwing Vaughn.
DP that.
Oh, wow. What on earth? Here we go. There you go. That's the round. And also the coolest SSVA in the game.
Spirit.
You know, lend me your energy.
Lend me your energy.
Literally just Genki Dama someone in the face. Who's cooler than us, boys?
Dear Lord. Lord Venom. Oh, gets hit by the X. Luckily for him, he wasn't close to the and that was big. Nice charge it. He's plus. Again, no dodge on the fireball.
Damn, yeah. Every single dive kick's a plus frame, but you know, you kind of think you do actually have ways to deal with that with reversals and stuff. It's still a guessing game.
Get your offense started somehow.
Yeah, he can bring it back. We've seen him do better. Goes for the EX fireball. There you go. Gets the thrust. Is that dead? Yeah. No!
Oh, didn't get the animation.
Pixel. Yeah, you're a little bit too far from that off of that, but there you go. That's what you need to be doing. You gotta be making this Bubs feel more like it's an RPS situation, you know? Not the, you do actually have guaranteed punishes and stuff like that, but you know, it's better to be playing an RPS game than just getting thrown into the corner game. Very patient neutral coming out here so far. Speaking of, the second I say that, universal overhead into a reversal, into a throw. Now let's see where we go from here. Takes the plus frames, then anti-airs the JU. Hard to do, but very preemptive. Far heavy coming out there. Man, taking that. There you go. Blocking universal overhead.
Oh no.
Teleports, beating out the EX fireball. I kind of feel like Sump's too willing to throw out those EX fireballs right now, and it is getting him a little bit punished. But with that said, gets the SSBA. One more touch will do it. What's the mix? Oh, run up fire heavy. Let's go. Also, you can see that Lord Venom here is jumping and whipping a lot of air normals. That's just to kind of bait someone. There you go, right there. To bait them into that situation, right? They're looking to punish the dive kick, and then the more air normals you throw out, the more they're looking away from that. And then you hit them with the dive kick, dude. Yeah. Again, it's so weird that Bub's jumping like that. There you go, nice. So, how the hell did Sump's answer manage to come out like as a button and then a DP?
Oh,
Clearly mashing DP, but got a heavy instead. But Venom looking for that, you know?
Venom, one game away from taking winners
He
final.
knows his character. Looking for them to do the DP on the plus frames. Jumping about, looking for them to...
counter hit, good.
Nice.
Nice.
Gets the meaty off of the teleport.
He held it in just a little bit too long. Don't know what he was looking for. Oh, the defeat. Oh, no. No real punish on that.
Damn, here we go.
Oh, yep. That. Oh, no. He missed the punish. And now he's eating one.
Yeah, again, we don't see many safe jumps coming up or coming out from this, or many meaties, but this is still a lot of damage, and Catalina now has the positional advantage, which is what you want to see. But there's so many...
Oh.
Nah, they dead.
It worked.
Yeah, I think that was going to be blocked for sure, or spot dodged, but no, you're dead.
Spirit bomb.
It was risky option. It's a risky option there, you know. Dive kick gets the plus frames, goes to the universal overhead, trying to bait them into a throw tech situation, and then once they block that, cooling out them doing a reversal, does the super. No reversal came out, but you know the super won.
How unfortunate. Lord
There you go.
Venom.
That's why Stump's throwing out the EX Fireball a lot. I feel like it's still been a little bit too much, but because you can charge up Bob's Fireball to have 2 hits, he's just basically been looking to EX to blast for it, like that.
Oh, nice throw. Blocks the mediums, but
Nice.
not the heavy after. Bob stuck in the corner, really in a tough position right now. Dive kicks himself back in.
Damn,
Nice.
getting beaten out by Black Hole again. That was more of a reactive Black Hole from Lord Venom there. Been a mistake on some spot. Nice,
Oh,
EX first,
I did.
takes a position. Oh, wow, that's not what you want to be doing.
Nice hit from Bob.
Like, Bubs has some amazing jump-ins, but you can still respect it, you can still sit there and wait.
Oh, and the
Nice.
2M to close it out.
Keeping himself alive.
1 round each.
But yeah, again, with a character like Catalina, you have a really good vertical coverage with your DP, so you can be a little bit more willing to play around with Bub's jumps than other characters. You really needs to be a little bit more patient in that regard, because as you can see here, Bubs does a lot of jumping in neutral, and that's just because of how great his jump-ins are. JU, dive kick. But as Catalina, you know, you can just react. DP. You got those.
Yes,
And we see-
oh,
there you go,
finally,
speaking
he beat
of.
one those.
And speaking of, you do not want to get hit by Catalina.
Nice grab, put them in the corner.
Nice.
Oh, and again, Rip lets that EX rip.
Yeah, I mean, Sump is going through the RPS right now. Finally starting to win some of these interactions. Getting a little bit more familiar with the matchup. Getting a little bit more familiar with Lord Venom and his tendencies.
And this is tough.
Gets pulled in.
Yeah.
DP's the mix-up. You know, again, there are ways to straight up beat it, but DPing an RPS situation is better than just taking a punish. Nice. Good
block
neutral
on
jump.
that. Oh,
Oh no, that trades unfavorably for Bubs, but the dive kick works.
Still in it.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
there we go. Oh, when he hits the command grab, boom. Lord Venom, take
He has blown
set.
so many people up with command throw today. It's been unreal. Well, an absolute wash with Sump going down to fight Rao.
Big brain play indeed.
I mean, again, Lord Venom, he chats a lot of shit, but he's got the goods to back it up, so what can we say?
Definitely.
Now we've got Rao coming in, getting ready to fight Sump. This is another best of 5, and the winner of this
Yeah.
match is going to have to go up against Lord Venom. In the winner side of the bracket with a reset, man. That's going to be rough.
Some put Row down in losers, so let's see if he can make it happen again.
Yeah, he really does have to bring it back here, but we've seen this matchup before. He knows how to play it. Both of the players are patient. Both of the players adapt well. Both of the players know their stuff, so this can really go in either way right now.
And in this matchup, Catalina is the character that can really like keep Gran in check a little bit.
Yes and no.
More so than other characters.
A lot of Gran's strengths line up pretty poorly for Catalina. Like, for example, Gran's Fireball game is a little bit better. He can low-profile Catalina's Fireball. He can absorb Catalina's Fireball. Stuff like that. But if there's any character that is kind of an equalizer in general, it's definitely Catalina. She exists aboard of these brilliant normals that you have to get past somehow.
Exactly.
But Rao doing a relatively good job, keeping his positional advantage. Doesn't have many cooldowns to work with right now.
Keeping
so he's
Sump in the corner,
biding his time.
Yeah, Sump, again, showing that he's extremely comfortable in the corner. He can just block it out.
He knows the respect after boot there.
Spears.
Both players waiting it out, respecting punishes right there again. Both of them respecting. They have a DP. Gotta play it slow.
Nice block.
Damn, there you go. Wasn't a punish, but works anyway. Nice, getting the pressure started up early from Rao.
Yeah, but answered with a fireball.
Nice, there you go. Gets hit 2M on the counter hit. Takes a forward roll to keep the position.
Nice roll.
And yeah, you don't want to be taking those. One more touch is going to do it. He didn't have the cooldowns to kill. So opts to the knockdown instead. It was the correct play, but Catalina now has a huge mountain to climb, and Grant decided to put an end to that nice and early.
Proved a little bit too steep for Catalina. Let's see if he can return it back.
I mean, yeah, Catalina's one sheer icy cliff, that's for sure. Damn, nice. Great whip punish.
5H.
Throws Grant into the corner.
Both
Gets a nice confirm.
Both these players just displaying that God button.
I feel like Catalina definitely could have spent more there after EX Fireball, could have committed to for us and could have cashed out a little bit more, and this is why it matters, you know? You didn't keep Grant in the corner, and now he's fighting back, and there you go, nice, great confirm. Too well, far out, into
Great
super.
confirm into super to take the game.
Round 1, going over to Sump.
Reminder guys, this is versus 3, so there's going to be a lot of games if this is going to be a back and forth.
Wonder if this gets to have a little match against Venom again. Are we going to be seeing a rematch against Sump? Or are we going to be seeing a new challenger approach with Rao?
Doesn't want to deal with that pressure. Taking
nice,
close to coast.
Close in.
Oh my god. She actually took him coast to coast.
You can't really contest Catalina and Grand's buttons, you know?
Boom. That was such a fast round.
I feel like in general, Rao should be going for more like Abare matches. Like really early on. He's being a little bit respectful. If he lets it rip a little bit more, you know, we need some more of the Grand factor.
Just a little bit.
Because if you're playing patiently, you're playing Catalina's game, you know?
Oh, guess not. I guess a hit by the medium again. Big damage in the corner. It's looking dire for Rao.
Specifically, if you're playing a patient game, you're playing Sump's game, because Sump is absolutely phenomenal at it, you know?
And 5H. Close it out. This is looking like Sump has pretty big momentum.
Also, the reason why Rao is pressing so many buttons on Wake Up is because he's very aware that Sump is not really meatying and not really safe jumping very much, and as I said, electing to take positional advantages. It's a pretty big thing that you can see if you pay attention.
Oh, the clash.
But it's not working out in, you know, quite in Rao's favor right now. With that said, though, again, you don't want to take a fight against Grand Clash. But to Airborne, he has great options afterwards.
Nice canceling the 5H.
Yeah, that's so true. Sump is doing a great job at just controlling Gran. Controlling his nonsense, which is really how you have to play this matchup. But I feel like Rao is being a little bit too contained, generally. There you go, that's more of what we want to see. Just jump in, take the pressure. Start up your pressure, get the... Oh, no.
Nice
there you go, gets the throw. This is what we need. We need Grand stuff.
Oh, run up.
There we go. Rao reminding us that we're watching Gran versus Catalina, not Catalina versus Catalina.
Alright, bro, so showing signs of life. He's definitely not going down silently. Avoids 1 match point. Oh, nice DP to keep Catalina in the corner.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, is that Sump seems really at home in the corner. He's doing a phenomenal job at holding the pressure for the most part, but there's only so much that you can take because all of these RPS situations favor Rao. So if you're willing to just sit there all the time and you're never willing to throw out DPs, to take some risks on offense and defense, you know, by yourself, you're gonna end up getting blown up, you know? But we're seeing, again, Sump's patience being a little bit of a nail in his own coffin. Speaking of, there we go. Calling him out, doing a barrier there. But now he's ended up right back in the corner. But again, we're seeing more fuzzy matches coming out from him. He's adapting.
5-edge, drops the combo.
The thing is, even if he loses this round, it's all about adapting right in these long sets. And we can see Sump is trying. He's trying to break out of that mold. And I think we could see a Sump round now.
Oh, yeah. Nice fire. Checks with a fireball. Blocks it too.
Again, once you block 2U, it's a mix-up. Nice. Are they going to follow it up with boot? And then once you block boot, it's are they going to do the follow-up to boot? You put in a free series RPS from blocking a sweep. What game other than Granblue, you know?
Nice EX to contest the fireball.
That's what I'm saying. More risk on offense and defense. Damn. Goes for the anti-air. Bit late, and now you're going to eat a combo. Oh, misses the knockdown, but doesn't matter. Still has his pressure.
Oh, nice 5-edge. EX for the hard knockdown. Doesn't really capitalize on it. Was expecting a reversal.
Nice. Good one button confirm here. Now Catalina's in the corner. Goes for the safe jump. Nice.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. Rao now taking the lead in this series. Oh, no, never mind. It's even. Damn.
It's even, yeah.
Some took 2. Those are fast.
Yeah,
either way, equalizing it now. And now we're at that point.
Fast answer from Rao. Oh.
Like I said, both of these players are very deliberate. They both adapt to each other. But once Gran gets his game going, he really plays his own game. He dictates the pacing of the game. You're not watching your toes. You get hit by an Abare to you know? Nice. Takes the plus frames, mashes out, takes it all the way to the corner. Gets a drop, but, you know, still has a huge health lead. Let's see if something can bring it back, though, because if he does, it'll be an absolute miracle.
Oh,
nice. Punish. This is a good start.
He needs it. Oh.
Punishing the forward roll.
Well,
Super's the
nice.
super. Well, very good start, because now one touch for either player will do it.
One touch. He pretty much evened it up with all that that sequence. Let's see if he can close this out. What's Yoki? Oh, just back up. Oh, he could.
Oh, shit point. No, there you go. Holy hell.
Right, he should have DP'd that. But...
Yeah, but at the same time, if you commit to DP, Rao could have been looking to that. It's pretty much like existing in a rock, paper, scissors. When you're at chip point in a situation like that. But again, now Catalina just swinging those big buttons.
What? He got
keeping Pat in check. Yeah, he just gets faster, dude. Because you can't special cancel if the button doesn't hit, right? So if you forward roll it, they can't cancel into DP, they can't cancel into thrust, they can't cancel into spot dodge. So forward roll and spot dodging big buttons like that is really the answer. Nice. Oh, wow.
Finally wins the clash.
Instantly matches Farlight. Nice. Good fireballs coming out from Gran. But half lead is over to Catalina right now.
3 EXs on cooldown.
Gets hit, counter hit by the 2L. Gets taken to the corner. Gets thrown. Oh, never mind. No conversion. Probably could have got up with a light follow-up there, but doesn't matter.
Be a punish.
Unsafe boot.
Somehow. Even this is last
Gran choosing the single unsafe option he has and throwing it out there.
Last game, last round. Ladies and gentlemen, what a nail biter this game.
You mean Catalina's neutral? Great out of air. Oh, never mind. No full conversion. Now Thrust is on cooldown, but again, just saying, you can't jump at me like that, man. I've got those 2 hitches on lock.
Making a statement. Stop jumping.
Serious point for both players here. Rao has a big mountain to climb.
Nice trade.
Still
gets a hard knockdown.
Gets the throw.
Ooh, that risky ass move for him.
SSBA is now available for Gran. Takes the plus frames. Nice. Both of them respecting the fact that they have reversals. Nice anti-air. This could be it. Nah, not quite.
The fact he has a good anti-air. Row.
And gets hit by EX for us. Sump going for the rematch against Lord Venom.
And Sump works his way back into the Grand Finals.
But if you thought that it was hard last time, right? This time, you've got to deal with not just one best of 5 set, but 2. If you win, you reset the bracket, and you have to win another best of 5 against Lord Venom. Lord Venom, a great player, seemingly. He's really good at adapting, playing patiently, playing Bubs' game, exposing people's gaps in knowledge against Bubs, because again, not many people have practice against Bubs, whereas everyone has practice against Gran, Catalina, characters like that, you know?
Exactly. Such a familiar character to play against. So, kind of like, it reminds me of like what are those Tekken characters called? The Jin and the Jins and the
Mishimas.
In the Mishimas, exactly. Very strong characters, but also very characters you always see on stream in ranked lobbies. It's like, so everyone knows the matchup, and that's kind of the boat these top tiers are in.
I mean, taking a moment to congratulate Rao, reaching 3rd place in a very stacked tournament. Probably the first time I've seen him getting knocked out in 3rd, though, to be honest. But regardless, great showing. You did a good good showing for the Gran Army, you know? There's quite a lot of them in Europe.
Quite a lot of them everywhere.
Yeah, pretty true. But I don't know, bro. I play in Europe, so I get a lot of exposure. Like, we don't actually have that many Catalinas. We have Evans, we have Sump, we have Eggsy. Aside from that, I can't think of many Catalinas, honestly. Huh.
But here we
But
go,
with
ladies
that
and
said-
gentlemen. Grand Finals. Lord Venom
Yeah.
on winner's side against Sunflower on losers.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before.
We've
So
seen it
let's
before.
hope that Sump can change this. You know,
Let's
maybe he
hope
had a
so.
little look at some OSs in the middle of the intermission, you know? Just looked up a guide, how to beat Bubs. Now he's ready. He's primed.
We just went on YouTube. We just watched the Lord Knight video.
I don't think he has one for Bubs, but...
He needs one. Someone, get him on Twitter.
Yeah, it's rare, isn't it, Tramilton? Very rare we see Grand Finals of our 2 Grands.
Oh,
Nice.
block the XCT, the call out.
Go for the straight cash out. Oh my lord! If you can... There you go, checkpoint. Almost, that's just going to do it, there you go. Unless you have to really commit to DP in situations like that, but obviously it's not available for Catalina, so it's so safe for Bubs to go for that.
Oh, pretty much his only option was a spot dodge or a super.
With that said, though, this is probably the first Grand Finals where I think I or anyone else has seen Bubs. Look at him go. Nice. That's the thing about that fireball. It covers such a great height that you basically have to commit really early to super jumping over it or
Exactly.
forward rolling it, you know?
Or just forward rolling, spot dodging it.
But obviously, if the Bubs is ready, he could be doing the EX instead, which will catch those.
Good awareness of Sunflower, converting
Yeah.
the EX fireball into a combo.
Nice.
EX dive, watch out. Oh,
Takes the plus frames, though. Not committing to the forward roll, and again, that's one of the big things, is that if he delays it, he can kind of call out your forward roll, but it's kind of like a ticking timer in favor of the Catalina, because worst case scenario, the Catalina sits there and blocks it, right? But once it reaches the end part, you can get a guaranteed forward roll.
Great use of the 2 trust, 2M the M trust. And the DP. Taking his turn. Come on,
Nice.
Bob. This is your corner now. This is your new home.
JU plus
Stay
frames
in
into the
there.
throw. Yeah, there you go. EX fireballing him out of the corner. I probably would have elected to do a different combo route there, but regardless. Oh, damn, this is actually looking a little bit closer than it should. Nice, there you go. Maybe that's why he saved the DP? To use it as a reversal tool in neutral.
Oh man, this is not looking like Bob's round. Oh, I might be mistaken.
Yeah, no, it's Bubs, you know?
Oh,
Nice, gets the
definitely
wall
might be
bounce.
possible.
And
he
goes the
whipped
DPs a little bit too
Get out
far.
of there. Oh, nice block.
Nah, you don't want to be blocking those. Damn, you almost took an unblockable. If you were trying to air guard and ground
Yeah.
normal, you would have ended up getting
Almost
hit
got
there.
in a nasty situation.
There you
Blocks.
go.
That should.
Yeah, wins the RPS. Again, the second you don't understand how to beat Black Hole, there are 2 very consistent ways, right? You can forward roll it, and you can DP ahead of time. And both of these things can catch it in its recovery. But at the same time, the second that you end up blocking it, you're in an RPS situation. Letting the DP rip, and sometimes you win it, sometimes you lose. Yeah. I mean, now not only do you have to still win 2 best-of-5 sets, you're down 1 set.
Oh, gets hit. Put in the corner.
Oh, damn, nice. Neutral jumping to beat out the DP. No,
that could have been a punish.
Jesus. Oh, dive kick, there we go. Nice conversion. This should be a bit of damage to see if he drops it like last time. Now, electing to end with the 2U. Gets a safe jump.
No,
nice, good pressure coming out here.
Oh, you just
2 M's out of the black hole. Nice, gets close M into the super. One more touch will do it. Also, can we just talk about this? I hate Catalina's SSBA. It's so long, and it's like she's slapping someone with a...
It's definitely too long, and it's like the most common one. One of the most common ones.
Yeah, it's like watching Bardock level 3, except not being as cool as Bardock level 3, and this is a much cooler super for many reasons, and takes the round.
Somp not ready for those. He's been hit by everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be ready for, right? You really have to commit to jump. It literally is just a case of you have to call those out, and if you're not familiar with it, you're not ready for it, you're not expecting it, it's hard for your mental stack to be ready for something like that, you know? Which is really, I feel like Sump is a player that spends a lot of time labbing and understanding his matchups, but the second he's faced with something unfamiliar, it's very hard to deal with, you know? For a player like that.
Great neutral jump.
Ah, nice.
Interrupts,
again, you can hit the startup and the recovery.
Oh, I
something the black hole you gotta be scared of.
Oh, that U button from Bob's Mess, so cool. So easy to use. Just almost a free get out of jail free card.
It's definitely not, especially with a character having a DP, etc. But it's definitely one of the better jump-ins in the game. For sure. And pair that with his dive kick, being able to alternate his air movement. Really great set of tools for in the air. Taking the plus frames. Nice. Both players playing very patiently here, safely spaced.
Oh, he got
that's dead.
Oh, Lord.
Again, you can't special cancel if they don't block the button. Using the super and its reversal frames. Take that round out. We're now at tournament point.
Venom, he's on that. Win one more game to take today's tournament.
Honestly, he's looking untouchable in pretty much, like... He had to adjust to the Fiesta Gran and the Fiesta Lance, but it took him 1 set to adjust to them, and then he was looking untouchable, and ever since then, he's been on an absolute roll, man.
Absolutely. Oh, finally.
And yeah, this is PC. There isn't the DLC release yet.
Exactly. So we're playing on the old patch and without the new DLC.
The next Gibbs event will feature the new DLC, and they will be allowed to rock from day 1. With that said, we're seeing a lot of, again, just Bubs jumping in neutral, but it's not as weird as other characters because, like we were talking about before, a lot of neutral jump button, it's just kind of to fake out his other really good air options.
Oh, nice reset.
Yeah, getting the tick throw there.
Corner, hits him with the medium. It's going to be a lot of damage.
Nice. Good confirm.
No, it's not going to be it.
No, it's definitely not going to be it, but one more touch will do it.
Yep. What's he going to go for? Bobs needs to guess right here.
He's going to go for the positional advantage and keep on throwing out that fire heavy. Keeping Bubs honest, you know?
Playing that Katarina game.
Especially because if Bubs jumps there, his jump arc isn't that great horizontally, but his buttons are great. But he'll just get hit, you know? Falling into the air unblockable fire heavy. Nice. Good pressure coming out, though. Good conversion off of the JU. Gets the knockdown. Gets the safe jump. Misses the throw, though, because you don't walk forwards.
Bubs. Oh, gets
good whiff punish, yeah. Now you're all the way in the corner again. This is not where you want to be. Catches the Catalina running forwards there, looking for a close, medium, or a throw.
Spends the axis.
Now back to the mid-screen. There you go. Thought so. I was literally just about to say, now you're in range of SBA being a real threat. And now you're at tournament point. You're at tournament point. You gotta bring it out now.
Come on, Lord Venom.
Nah, come on, Sump. You can bring this back, I believe. Don't let the villain win, you know?
The villain?
Hell yeah.
He's looking like the hero in the bracket full with Grants and Catalina, dude.
Hell no. Who said I was talking about the character, you know?
Oh,
Oh, nice. Great. Jump in. Great series.
yeah.
Taking
Yeah,
Bubs all the way to the corner.
Yeah.
Speaking of, now we're back to mid-screen. But teleport isn't great in a situation like that because that's not a true knockdown. Obviously-
Punish on the whiff.
Teleport has a lot of recovery. Damn, running forward, trying to bait the throw. Gets responded to with a mash though, which is good awareness. Nice. Okay, Catalina has used the X Fireball to walk
And
Bubs all the way to
ready
the
in
corner.
Oh, this... oh
Bubs
no.
saying, I don't care. Oh, damn, that could have been it.
This is... Oh man, this is such a...
That
he's
is
gonna
it.
Gonna hit again.
I feel like that's the perfect way for Venom to end this.
Exactly, with
That's like,
another
what is it?
super command grab. Venom
Yeah.
taking today's turn.
Very convincingly, right? He
Very
drops
convincing.
no sets in Grands, no sets in Winners Finals. Honestly, what a beast. Lord Venom showing that he's got the stuff to back it up.
Exactly. See, this is you guys should take an example. You know, you can hate on the top tiers, but be
Yeah,
as good as
exactly.
him.
If you're good with the low tiers, who the hell cares
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
top tiers,
yeah.
right? Every
Exactly.
character in this game has dirt. Even the Wayne has dirt. So if you're as good as Lord Venom, you're good at adapting to your opponent, you can make it work, man. You really can. GG's
Great.
to all the players involved in this tournament. It's been a great one so far.
Yeah, great showing from all the players. And he's-
Again, this is why he's the villain. Nothing to do with Bubs, bro.
That's real villain down.
Venom,
No, but again, at least he's owning it, you know? He's very clearly trying to be the
Venom,
Gibbs villain.
The edgelord, yeah.
Venom, you've gained a fan. You've gained
Okay, he's got the respect for today. We'll see what happens next week, though, yo.
exactly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in the rest of the weeks where he hasn't turned up in Grands. But still, phenomenal performance today. Not dropping a set. Whew. Again, had to deal with a little bit of the Grands, a little bit of the Lances, but once that was over, got to run his game. Thanks for hosting, Gibbs. Great event,
Yeah, boys.
as
I'm
usual.
gonna Thank Che and Moss for doing the commentary.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a
I'm
pleasure.
gonna
Always a
thank
pleasure, you know?
my buddy Rover helping out with brackets and stuff. And I'm gonna set you all free because that's the kind of thing I do.
Send us
Nice,
free.
man.
You
So
got a
we'll be
video?
seeing
Or...
everyone
I'll have
again
fun.
next week for Gibbs' next event. We're going to be
Yeah,
seeing
we'll be
some
back.
new
You guys
DLC
ready?
characters, man.
Yeah, with the DLC characters,
If
I'm
you don't
definitely
show up
And
considering
a new patch.
participating.
if you don't show up playing either Sora's or Digita, you're instantly DQ'd.
It's
No,
gonna
I'm
be
what about the
a,
I'm
patch
only
characters?
kidding.
What about
I'm only
Percival?
kidding.
What about Zeta? You know, we
I'm
can get
only
those two as
kidding.
well. Nah.
I'm
yeah.
only kidding. It's fun.
If you play the top 5, you're gonna get banned. That's how we're gonna do it.
Oh, could you imagine an Armaya only?
If-
I
I'm
mean,
never,
I
I'm
think
never
that's-
doing that, but
Yeah, that's too much horny for the anime FGC's handle.
all right, folks, we're out of here. Y'all have fun. Good night.
Yo, thank you for hosting. See you guys next week.